Man, shout out to my brother Ticket, man. Shout out to everybody that support, man. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Y'all subscribe. Y'all not subscribe. Y'all hit the cash. Y'all support the brother, man. Been cooking. Been bringing out updated news. Everything, man. Shout out to the Lions Den basketball community, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the brothers that just cooked last show. But man, we gonna keep this Kobe train going, man, because niggas took it to a whole new level of disrespect. So we just gonna tell it how it is, man. End of the day, y'all, Kobe Bryant saved Shaq's legacy, man. I just want you guys to understand that, man. I want y'all to understand the pressures that Shaq was facing around 1998, 1999.
You
What
what?
people were saying about, what legends were saying about Shaquille O'Neal. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even though they had a cool, respectable relationship the whole time, Kareem was like, he don't know if Shaq could be the leader that could win championships for the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic Johnson doubled down on that, saying the same thing. Hall of Famer Bill Walton questioned Shaquille O'Neal's lack of leadership conditioning, his lack of focus. They questioned all those things, even included Isaiah Zeke Thomas, guys that always roll his coattails when it comes to criticisms of Michael Jordan. They love to roll his coattails then, but they don't like to highlight what Isaiah Z. Thomas said about Shaq as well, because he didn't believe that Shaq took it serious because of his conditioning, because of his silliness for his not a lot of things he do off the court. So, end of the day, he was under a lot of pressure. He always had great talent around him. I want you guys to realize that. I always played with great talent his whole career. That's outside his rookie year. He always had always had great teammates. Penny Hardaway, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Cedric Sabalos.
Nick Anderson was nice too, dog. Nick Anderson was a bucket.
Yeah, stand down right quick though. Stand down right
Yeah,
quick.
my fault,
We
my
gonna
fault,
get
G.
to it. We gonna get to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stand
I
down
was
right quick,
just.
man. But end of the day, he always played with great talent. Even after he left Kobe Bean Bryant, he was with Dwayne Wade. Even after he left Dwayne Wade, he got with Steve Nash. After he left Steve Nash, the man joined the Big Three in Boston. Went to join LeBron James as well to try to help LeBron win the chip. So Shaq always been around talent. But guess what? Him being out of shape, him doing what he want to do for his movies, partying, eating whatever he wants, all the women he dealt with for us, all the off the court shenanigans that Shaquille O'Neal had. The man, they thought he was never gonna win a championship. That's just the honest God truth. You had all the greats question him about that, but it took one guy, Kobe Bean Bryant, that looked Shaq in his face to let him know about himself. One guy that challenged Shaquille O'Neal to step it up. The one guy that let Shaquille O'Neal know that hey, how you moving is not the right way. You need to take this serious. We need you to be the man because we could keep winning chips if you come in shape. If you actually be focused. If you actually be the diesel that we know that you could be. But instead, hey, Shaquille O'Neal felt the way. And then when Kobe didn't want to pass him the ball because of his actions, he felt some type of way. And I want you guys to understand this. A lot of people get the fake notion why when Kobe Bryant had those 8 straight 40-point games when Shaquille O'Neal was gone and Phil Jackson told Kobe, you know what I'm saying, not to, you know what I'm saying, take the foot off the gas a little bit, get the big fella involved. You wanna know why he truly did that? Phil knew out of those two, Kobe Bryant would be the more mature person. Kobe Bryant would be more willing to be a better teammate, the whole nine. Who knew that Kobe would take that challenge to sacrifice and be willing to make sure the big guy involved so it'd be the betterment for the team. You asked Shaquille O'Neal to do the same thing, he would not have gave a damn at that time because he felt that he was the man and everything should go the way that he saw fit. So when people want to bring up that field situation, it wasn't because he wanted Kobe to actually dial back. Phil Jackson actually knew deep down. that this was really Kobe Bryant team. Kobe Bryant is the best player on that team. But guess what though? For the betterment of the team though, I know I could go to that man out of all people. If I could get a hold of Michael Jordan to buy into what we do, I damn sure should be able to get Kobe Bryant to buy into, hey, let's not lose the big fella. Let's keep him going. I know that you great. I know that you can keep doing what you're doing. But hey, I need you to do this for us so it could better for us. Cause if Shaq is out of it, we not gonna have a chance anyway. So end of the day, y'all, Kobe Bryant saved the man's legacy. Shaq didn't have a chip until Kobe got off that bench and started starting and started getting significant minutes. Shaq, y'all, was getting swept in the first round. You seen who was dominating. It was seen like Karl Malone and Stockton was pushing Shaquille O'Neal out every year. Shaq got swept in the finals when he went against the King. After it looked like they was gonna dominate the series, when you look at Game 1 before the Houston Rockets came back in that game, the Magic was dominating. But that fourth quarter, everything changed. And this is the thing that people don't like to talk about. Shaquille O'Neal was jealous of Penny Hardaway. I want you guys to understand that, give you the back story on that. Penny was getting the commercials, had the little penny dolls. Had Chris Rock voice as the little penny doll. The man had Tyra Banks. Penny Hardaway had Tyra Banks. Michael Jordan wearing Penny Hardaway shoes. Penny was gonna be the next big thing. Shaquille O'Neal didn't like that. Shaquille O'Neal started hearing people get in his ear about certain things, and that ultimately led Shaq into saying leave Penny high and dry and go to the Lakers because of jealousy of Penny Hardaway. Because of jealousy of Penny Hardaway. Penny was on the up and up. Penny was gonna be the next big thing in the NBA. Everybody knew it. Could play make with the best of them, could score with the best of them. And how guys rave about how Kevin Durant get 25 plus without taking a lot of shots, that was Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway could get you 30 taking 14 to 15 shots. That was Penny Hardaway back then. A lot of people don't understand how special that man was. But end of the day, y'all, people people want to sit up there and act like that Shaquille O'Neal just was go win championships. Hell no. They was questioning it. People thought he would never win. People thought he would never win. But it took one kid for Philly. One kid that just had it in him from the start, was born with it. Kobe Bean Bryant, to put that man up to the next level, to take the pressure off of him, to take the load off of him that he was carrying. Because Shaq was folding under pressure, y'all. Was folding under pressure, disappearing later games because his bad free throw shooting. Being exposed in certain situations, especially in the pick and rolls. That's why they kept losing to Utah. Kept getting exposed late in games. And mind you, he had all-star backcourt with him, and Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel, all-star backcourt. Them niggas had 4 all-stars that made the all-star game. So it's not like the Lakers didn't have the talent. Just that Shaquille O'Neal wasn't ready. Shaquille O'Neal didn't have no one that would get in his shit and let him know, hey, man, I ain't taking your bullshit. If you ain't gonna do it, I'll do it. I'ma stay in the gyms. I'ma work hard. I'ma put in all the work. We need you to do the same. And after Shaq won that first title, y'all, this out of Shaq mouth, y'all. This is out of Shaq mouth. Hey, I didn't have to get it. I don't have to get in shape. I came in every season out of shape. I didn't do anything in the off season. I didn't do off season workouts because I knew I had the best player in the world, Kobe Bean Bryant. I could get in shape during the season because I knew I had Kobe. That's out of Shaq mouth. But you bums ignore that. And yeah, like you could put anybody in that situation, they would succeed and three-peat like Kobe and Shaq did. Hell no. I love Bubba Chuck to death. He went out a three-peat with Shaq because he got stuff off the off the court too. The hell that would have caught up. Shaq and Allen Iverson on the same team, they partying 24/7. They would have got them one, but they're not three-peating like Shaq and Kobe. Shaq needed somebody that was all about the game of basketball. He needed somebody that only focused on their profession. He needed somebody that didn't care about friendships. That then that all he needed a guy that all he cared about was winning and doing whatever it takes to win. And Kobe Bean provided that and made Shaq a champion. He made Shaq a champion. He taught Shaq how to win. He made Shaq into a winner. He improved Shaq's game. He made the game easier for Shaquille O'Neal. When Shaquille getting those double and triple teams, guess what? Kobe Bryant cleaned it up because he cooking everything that was at him one on one. I don't know, no team in the NBA could hold Kobe Bryant one on one. So guess what? So guess what? Shaquille O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal start getting easy looks again. He start getting those one on one matchups again because he had Kobe Bean Bryant with him. Man, we gonna let the guys cook, man. Whoever's on the panel, go ahead, start cooking.
Yeah, yeah. So to me, it's real simple. Like you said, Shaq's teams were nice on Orlando. He had Penny, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Horace Grant. He had some hoopers, right? And he got swept by Reggie Miller and Rick Smith. He got gentlemen swept by the Jazz twice. He was 32 and 34 in the playoffs. And we all, and even and that's including the LA teams with Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Eldon Campbell, like certified hoopers there too. It wasn't until Kobe came in that he started winning his chips, and I steadily ask a lot of people because I always hear the Shaq's the most dominant, this, that, and the third. Is he really? But is he really? And his 3 year stretch was catered to because Kobe got him in shape. He saw how hard Kobe was working, and that rubbed off on him. And I think Shaq going to two titles, two championships, and only winning one with Kobe, and Kobe going to three and winning two without Shaq. I think that kind of answered everything. And I don't know why Kobe people still slander Kobe name. That shit hella disrespectful. It's honestly getting real. Is real disrespectful to me. Like let that man rest in peace, bro. Y'all, everyone coming out here talking shit. All these former players who I remember real clearly picking Kobe over LeBron. Now they getting a different check, and all of a sudden they speak in a different language, and it's irritating. They trying to slander and bring down Kobe legacy when he really is one of the greatest of all time.
Hey, but I got a guy that's from the city. I got a guy that probably know a lot of different things that we don't know because he was right there in the city, man. I got my brother Trey in the building, man. Hey Trey, man, how you feel about the topic at hand, bro? Or how you feel about Kobe Bean Bryant actually saving Shaq's legacy? Because I think he did. That's
And
just me personally.
I feel like you came off the rope like a macho man, Randy Savage, man, like Lil Wayne said. It's the truth, bro. He got an ego with Penny because Penny ended up getting the contract. He wanted to leave. Once Kobe start getting his shine coming up, we know the truth. Feel, hey, we losing the big guy. Too much attention basically coming on Kobe. People starting to rumble if it's his team, if it's your team. Let's be real. Shaquille O'Neal got the blueprint for what he needs to win a championship from Kobe Bryant. After Kobe, who he went and got? D Wade. After D Wade, who he went and chased? LeBron. Like he kind of felt, but he never felt that same success. Never, if you're that good, why you couldn't have that success from the get-go? You were the most dominant player once you came to the Lakers. Everybody else was kind of old. I guess everybody forgot about the road to the finals, huh? When Shaq is fouling out, when he's in foul trouble against Sacramento. I guess we forgot about when he goes up against elite centers. What happens, Tim Duncan? Y'all want to really know how Kobe is a sidekick when anybody who had a Robin, you got Scottie Pippen averaging 18, 19. You got D Wade averaging 21. You got Kobe averaging 25, then 28 or 29 with him in different series in the playoffs.
He averaged 33 against the Kings
Come
and
on, man. He's a
35 against the
sidekick.
Spurs.
No, he's not no sidekick. It's a realistic thing. When Shaq says we're the greatest 1-2 punch, he's not talking about as in winning championships. He mean as in dominance, bro, in dominance on what they both did. Though that's not Batman and Robin. That's Superman and Batman. That's the Justice League when they're on the court.
They swept their way to the finals, bro. That shit was otherworldly when it happened.
Look. Nobody was saying this in that time. Every song, every rapper, Kobe and Shaq, take that. Shaq and Kobe. It was Shaq and Kobe. You couldn't say one of them niggas' names. You just put them right there on the side of each other. But for anybody that want to decline Kobe, you want to say he's carried. Was Magic carried by Kareem? Was Kareem carried by Magic? Because we all know Magic extended Kareem's career.
And I love how that's not a knock on.
We all know he was on the verge. We all know he was on the verge of retiring, but then he said, "Woo, hold on, never won a championship without a top 50 player. Hold on, LeBron, we know you haven't won a championship without a top anything." Kobe, in the span that he had with Shaq from 2000 to 2003, 3-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 3-time All-Defensive team, 5-time fifth place in defensive player in 2000, 5th place in MVP in 2002, 3rd place in defense in 2002. He's being carried. Oh, T-Mac, you was gonna stick all the hard guards up. Because we know you got defensive teams and all that, huh? We know you was top 5 in defensive player of the year, so you was going to have that for Shaq. Huh? You was going to guard AI, huh? No, you couldn't, because we seen what happened when you went up against them in the East. Stop it. You was clutch, huh? No, stop it. Hold on. Also, didn't Kobe have about somebody who has about the same averages as a player you had named Yao Ming? Kobe would have went to the finals with Yao Ming if you go and look at Pau Gasol stats. If you judging your stats, the only thing people used to say about T-Mac and Kobe said it himself, was that this guy was just as elite. And I think Kobe was giving him a little bit of an edge because Kobe was still more skilled than T-Mac. But yeah, he can put buckets up on people. He was 6'8" or 6'9". That's what Kobe added on it. That's about it. But everything else all around, T-Mac, stop it. You jealous of where Kobe's at because in your mind, yes, you do supposed to believe this. You can compete with anybody. But at the end of the day, you knew you couldn't. They're asking you a question about Kobe and Michael Jordan playing one-on-one. What did you do with your jealous ass? You inserted yourself. Said, shit, I'm going to put myself in there. Why? You wouldn't be able to stop either one of them. Once you brick, it's over. They both going to do the same thing. They're both elite on defense and offense. Everybody want to keep focused on this offense in this new era. When I grew up, for you to be a real basketball player, it was both ends, bro. Both ends. So at the end of the day, I agree with you. He did help create the Shaq that we came to know today. He did help. And he also picked championships over ego, something that we know people don't do today. Right now, someone's not doing why they just took their extension. He wanted championships. He stopped his 40-point streak. He passed the ball to Shaq down low when he wanted to go off in the finals because he knew, man, I'm trying to win this championship. So at the end of the day, y'all switching the whole narrative on Kobe Bryant. Why? What did this man do to you? Whoop your favorite team ass? Go 50 on your favorite player? That's about it. Other than that, we know he ain't beat nobody up in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So other than that, I don't know. It's just jealousy of real success. It's jealousy because nobody said nothing superhuman about Kobe when he came in the league, except for the boy could play basketball like I've never seen since Michael Jordan. That's all they said. They didn't say he was jumping out the gym. They didn't say he was faster than a speeding bullet. They didn't give him none of that. He worked on it. Everything that God blessed him with, he got extra out of it because he put the work in. Something that y'all don't know about. That's all I got to say, Herm, on it. Everything else, man, they lies, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
It's,
disappointed in Gil though, cause Gil is a gym rat. He's the nigga that got it out the mud too, and that stayed in that gym too. And for him to ignore that type of intangible that T Mac didn't have, he would not have been able to check Shaquille O'Neal. He would have probably been partying with him if anything. So you got two of your best players. All they do is kick it. All they do is go to clubs. They don't never be in the gym. They don't never do any workouts. And you expect them to three-peat? It
Man,
ain't that easy to
and he
win,
threw
bro.
Grant Hill under the bus, Herm. I forgot that. Why he throw
Yeah.
Grant Hill under the bus? Talking about he the best player. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If he the best player, how dare you put yourself on Kobe level? Because Kobe at that time would have never said Grant Hill was better than him.
Yep, that's a fact.
At that time right there, when he was going to Orlando off of that injury, man, Kobe was already giving Grant Hill the business, low key. It was only Iverson, Kobe, Vince Carter, and you proved yourself in Orlando by him being hurt. And you didn't even use that the right way. You said, man, our best player was Grant Hill, and he didn't even play. And look what I had to do. Look what I did. Oh, so Grant Hill was better than you. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're not on Kobe level. Straight up. What about when Kobe lost Shaq and you had Yao Ming? Why the story didn't change then? You talking about Kobe lost a three. See, I'm not mad at you for Kobe losing the 3-1 lead. I'm not mad. That's a fact. But what I'm mad is that was the first name out your mouth. When you got recent, this is a new generation. Yes, talk about something they know. Why you didn't bring up KD and Russ? Shit, why you didn't bring up Steph and Clay and Draymond? Why you didn't bring up LeBron James? Why don't you bring up all these other players who had it? Because at the end of the day, what I came to realize, the person that you constantly push down, that's your bar. Kobe is all you guys bar. Y'all know Mike is out y'all range. Mike out y'all range. So y'all go for Kobe.
And it's a damn shame.
It's a
We,
shame, bro.
we seen how Kobe made the game easier for Shaq. Hell, if y'all, I hate Trey. This is why I hate guys who use player comments when it benefits their argument, but they tend to ignore what Shaquille O'Neal said himself.
Man, when they have you put it on the nose, I would have used that if you didn't. He's sitting right there in front of the man and said, I didn't work hard. Man, I swear that right there could just I'm like, why do you need to say anything else? We got Shaquille O'Neal 3 times. Like you said, after he won, he said, I'm playing with the greatest player in the world. Then he said Kobe Bryant is the greatest player on all 9 planets. Then when you're sitting in front of him, you said, I didn't work out and I didn't do extra things because I knew I was playing with you, the greatest player in the world that can go 50 on anybody on any night.
I feel like Shaq was
And Kobe
overrated.
told him right to his face, that's what I hated about you. That's what I hated about you. You slacked up because you had me.
And Kobe was like, we would have won. We would have won 7 to 8 straight. In his mind, that's what he felt.
And you know what? Why not believe it? Why not believe it? That little loss, he didn't that's even including that loss they had against Detroit. He's saying,
Shit.
I believe that if Shaq would have, he's saying basically, you wasn't even in shape right there. And let's keep it real on this. We've been quiet on this too long, huh? Shaq was really LeBron James a little bit before LeBron James.
Well, I said Shaq was
And that's a
overrated.
fact, Trey. And I'm gonna tell you this: what I also hate. I brought it up the last time I did a show on it a couple of days ago. I brought up the fact that niggas always skip to '04. Why niggas
Yep,
skip over '03 when Shaquille O'Neal was clearly out of shape
facts.
and Tim Duncan and them was running circles around Shaquille O'Neal.
Remember, he had a football. Look, I ain't saying you can't get this in anything else, huh? I ain't. But from basketball, remember that nigga had turf toe. That nigga got
Yep,
turf toe.
yep.
Nigga,
And
where
I,
you at for getting turf toe, nigga?
and that nigga couldn't even move. I'm talking about the Spurs exploited that nigga almost every possession down the court. They somehow abused Shaq some type of way, and they
Think
got
about
good.
the
And they
finals.
was
Think
getting
about
good
it, Herm.
looks, bro.
If I could be Peyton Manning, I could be Tom Brady. Let me go into LeBron James' book and use a whole nother sport. I could be those guys, but guess what? If I'm playing the defense and my running back can get 300 yards, to hell with my 300 arm. I ain't even thinking about 300 yards of throwing, passing. We fit to run this shit until they figure it out. That's what Kobe was doing. Man, we going against Keith Van Horn and Kenyon Martin down there down low, Dale Davis and Rick Smith. Why am
Todd
I gonna give you
McCullough,
the ball?
Matt Geiger.
Come on, man. Why I'm not about to give you the ball, bro? You crazy nigga? We about to beat the shit out of them.
We
I'm not
got
even.
through. We
Why
got
make
through
it
our
harder on
toughest
myself?
competition. We got through our toughest competition in the West.
And the
Man,
time
Do you
where
think?
that didn't work, where Kobe really and they was really beefing with Carmelo getting hurt. And on top of that, I ain't gonna use it for an excuse, but that has something to do with it. Carmelo getting hurt and Shaq and Kobe really beefing. It's a wrap after this. Kobe wasn't messing with him. That's why he wasn't trying to give him the ball. He wasn't trying to get no plays running. It was just come down there, blacktop basketball with Kobe. If you're open, I'll give it to you. If you're not, I'm gonna do something. Because they was not even, he wasn't caring about at that time. It was something else on his mind. All that case and then coming there, and that's the only reason. But other than that, Kobe always picked playing. You want to talk about playing the right way? Kobe played the right way. Led us in assists. Second in scoring. Majority had the ball. You didn't hear nothing about Kobe and Shaq being a super team. Just them two. Just them two. You didn't hear nobody saying, and Rick Fox coming in there. Yeah, Robert Horry had a few shots, but you ain't hear them adding him in there like it was a super team. Bro, and Kobe won two more. Went to three, won two more without Shaq. What was Shaq doing at that time? Doing what LeBron James do, piggybacking on who we see coming up. Oh, D Wade, let me come over here. Okay. Oh, Kobe, tell me how your ass tastes. He gonna let you know how it tastes too in a minute. You tell us how it tastes, nigga. And then you went and chased over there with LeBron. Then you came over here to give the king a ring. And then you went over there with Steve Nash, who you had a beef with, talking about how did Steve Nash win a MVP over me, but you went over there to try to give him a ring. Then you went to the Boston Celtics, but you knew you really owed about two teams back their money back, not just Boston. Let's keep it
that's a
real.
fact.
All the smut on
Do
Kobe,
y'all think
bro, it
Ben Wallace
gotta
is better than
stop,
Shaq?
bro. It's getting out of hand. Y'all pumped Kobe down to push another man up. I don't really have to. I don't really have to talk bad about nobody's career when I explain everything that Kobe Bryant did, bro. Just off of toughness, bro. The people that y'all gotta grow up and watch right now, if they finger went out of socket and they popped it back in, they gonna be like, I ain't going back out there. They may do it again, like this 6 weeks right here. I seen Kobe go on the sideline, pop his finger back in place. Y'all just now seen, I think, two dudes rip their Achilles. What they do? They got carried off, huh? I seen Kobe Bryant shoot his free throws, told Ron Artest, don't touch me. No, I'm walking off.
Do y'all think Ben Wallace is better than Shaq?
Ben Wallace on defense he was, for sure on defense. Shaq better than him on offense. Shaq should have had the same amount of defensive players or more than Ben Wallace off of just the height, and y'all both about the same in physical presence. That's what I'm saying with Shaq. You was no type of you was never nowhere in the defensive player of the year, even in the rebounding champion of the year. Like, come on, things that really go around big men. You did not dominate.
I think Dwight Howard being in Shaq. I don't care what nobody say. He was to me.
On defense, I'll give him that. And Shaq didn't have a variety of moves. The thing was, Shaq was it was a different time. You was able to be very aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
didn't see Dwight Howard get aggressive with niggas, and they call that man for all type of offensive foul. I'm like, damn, the nigga can't do nothing.
Because Shaq was just fouling people. He was just like LeBron. He was just like a bigger LeBron. That's, to me,
Yeah, like
Nah,
yeah,
he
but
that's what
can't.
I'm saying. Shaq knew what he was doing, bro. He created teams around him. He went over there to Miami, picked everybody he wanted, picked the team, the coach that he wanted. He was baby LeBron. LeBron just went crazy, like how KD went crazy with the super team over LeBron. That's how LeBron went over Shaq. Like, oh, I see what he did. He grabbed a couple other all stars or old all stars and made it work.
yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
that's what Shaq did. Shaq, come on, GP. Come on, Carmelo. Then he
Come
took
on, Eddie
GP over there.
Jones. Come
Yeah,
on,
come
Eddie
on. He took him
Jones.
on to Miami with him. He went and got the dude from Sacramento. Like, come on, man. He get all type of people if he can, man. That's what Shaq was doing. He took pay cuts to get people. I want Phil Jackson coaching me. I don't want Stan Van Gundy. Pat, you come down here. He was fucking LeBron before, you know what I mean? LeBron. He was just doing it very, very undercover.
Facts.
The thing that I want these niggas to realize, man, them folks didn't think Shaq was gonna be a champion, bro. They were questioning the shit out of that.
Man, he the most. Him and Paul Gasol is tied for the most All Stars, whatever you want to call them, champions that's been swept ever. I think it's
Yep,
like 5 or 6 times they've been swept out the playoffs.
yep.
They are
They
And
tied
I seen Shaq play real seldom. He got smoked.
for the most top players that have been in the playoffs that won a championship. Shaq and Paul Gasol are tied for the most sweeps out the playoffs. Get the hell out of here in 4 games in the finals. Then Michael Jordan. Then you got swept. What other team he was on? I think. Damn, shit, I can't even remember all the
the
teams. But
Utah
he got
Jazz
swept with.
swept them
Didn't he
twice.
get swept once with Utah too? Didn't they sweep the
Utah
Lakers?
swept them twice.
Yeah, swept us twice. Come on, man. Like, and then look right there. Look what y'all did. Something that y'all put on Kobe. We need to look at that different, Herm, because me and you know how to look at that differently. They would like to say those 4 air balls. But nobody want to say about the veteran ass players that was out there that shouldn't even put that in that rookie hands.
They were scared straight. They
They
were
were
scared.
scared, and that's what they meant. Nobody says that he, out of everybody, Eddie Jones, All Star, Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick. Come on, man. None of you
They were
niggas want to
scared like
shoot
a
the three.
motherfucker. They
None of
were
you
scared
niggas want
like
to
a
shoot the ball.
motherfucker.
Y'all gonna put it on the rookie and then gonna let him eat them air balls by himself, huh?
I ain't
Yeah.
even gonna lie, they were scared like a motherfucker.
Come on, man. And look what he did. And then Shaq, I put my arms around you and I said, one day everybody gonna fear you when you're taking that shot. You're gonna be the greatest clutch shooter ever. Man, talking about it wasn't no real beef. It was real beef. And you know that. J.R. Ryder, certain dudes that was coming to that team or playing, you was telling T-Mac, Vince Carter, hey, I'm not gonna help. If you want to dunk it on Kobe, like I ain't gonna help. You telling these niggas that, you telling J.R. Ryder to start a fight with Kobe? Stop it. You seen
He
that
was just
Kobe aura went over yours eventually. His legacy then surpassed yours in the NBA, so you had to start paying homage to him, or you gonna look bad because where was you gonna get retired at? In LA. And you knew he wasn't having it if you come here with that Kobe slander.
I seen Shaq play against real seldom. He was getting beat.
Man, that's what people don't know that Shaq, they had to get old. Kareem, David Robinson. Like, people don't put that on him because, yeah, he was getting his stats up. Man, it's a documentary, man, about the Chicago Bulls, how they said, man, Dennis Rodman used to shut this nigga Shaq down. And they said they used to
Facts.
tell Dennis Rodman at the end of the game, let Shaq get his stats. Like, that's it. So he won't figure it out. Like, and that's how as long as Shaq used to get 27 or 30 with about 10 rebounds and 12, he was cool with losing. Same thing they said about Carmelo Anthony. Man, it was things out here, man. It's things that go all up under that you don't know, like Shaq was doing, grimy, coming out here, 92.3 to beat when Theo was out here. Y'all don't know about like Shaq talking about Kobe and we got one. What he said? He said so many slanderous things about, and he took a shot at Iverson. People try to copy me and mimic what I do. I'm not gonna say no names, but I'll put up some numbers. He put up the number 3, and then he put up a 5 to show 3 and 8 copying him trying to rap. Shaq, when Allen Iverson made a rap song and Kobe Stark made a rap song with Tyra Banks, that nigga Shaq had to comment on that. It's 2 other NBA players trying to copy me. I'm not going to say their names, but talking about Shaquille O'Neal. He put up the number 3 at an interview. You can look it up. He put up the number 3, and then he put up a 5, and he put up a 5. He was talking about Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about AI. It's the album that AI came out where they said he cussing too much. He ain't even rapping. That's when he had said 2 NBA players trying to copy me and be successful as me in the rap game. I'm not gonna say no names, but he put them niggas jersey numbers up on his fingers. Like that's how much he was. You know what I mean? Herm got him right on that. Anybody that starts surpassing Shaq, he wanted to leave them or sabotage their career to try to prove I'm the man.
He was, and Shaq was jealous of Kobe. I don't care what nobody say. He was jealous of that man.
Yeah, who else came out of? He came out of high school, and they didn't give him the NBA because Michael Jordan was there, but they were talking about him. You talking about an 18? You know, they looking at it the same way. What he won? What the fuck has he won? What has he done? They looking at it the same way. Don't forget when LeBron was coming in the league, while he was talking about everybody else was hating on him. No, the only nigga that was hating on you was your own teammates. What's the dude who got drafted from by the Clippers and shit? I forget it. He got that Knucklehead podcast.
Darius Miles.
Miles. The other dude who was on. It was like 3 of his teammates was like, man, what the hell LeBron gonna do when he get here? Like he better get his ass on the bench and sit back and watch and learn.
I don't think they were hating. He was just saying, how y'all
look, he told Robert Ory told the truth. He said, hell yeah, we was mad. We can't have beer up in the locker room no more because of Kobe. Can't do this no more because of Kobe. That shit make niggas mad because that's a part of their routine. That might get them ready for the game. Now they got to switch up. Niggas is jealous. Like, niggas don't look. Niggas be jealous because at the end of the day, it's like, in everything you do, bro, you want the promotion. That could be my boy. We can go and drink. But I got a wife and a kid too, my nigga, and I'm trying to get that extra cheese. Give me an extra bedroom too. I need a back cave, my nigga. Same as you. We up here talking every day about what we want. But at the end of the day, the boss only gonna give one of us that shit. You my boy and all that. But if I gotta go in there and speak facts, nigga, and let him know I'm a better nigga than you, that's what I'm gonna do.
And that's fucked up.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell the truth. Nigga, you should give me this promotion, not this nigga. So it's politics. It's way more politics. See, players didn't really politic on how they politic now. Oh, I need this player. I need that player. They was more on competition, competing. Look at how much dudes cheat, bro. They even try to, what's that, low management, just so they can keep their body fresh more than anybody else's. That's why all these niggas want another superstar with them, so they can take turns low managing.
Ain't no more stand-up guys out here. That's why I don't have any friends.
Nothing. We don't even talk about defense. We keep talking about everybody's package. But how good is your package if I let a nigga put some defense on your ass? If I don't call that foul, just bring back hand checking. I wouldn't care. Bring back hand checking and take away free motion. That going through the hole. Let a nigga hit you with a little elbow just to knock you off that route so you can't just catch no lob. Let a nigga put an elbow in your hips.
So Jordan and Kobe didn't have the luxury of coming into a league that niggas wasn't doing coke in the locker room or drinking beer in the locker room. They had to change the trajectory to what LeBron and all these guys get to play in today. So they don't get enough credit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Come on, Kobe played in the dead ball era. He played in the most defensive era of basketball, bro, where niggas was barely scoring 89 points, 90 points.
And they didn't have
this nigga was responsible for 30% of the Lakers' points.
back when it was only like 5 or 6 good trainers in the
Come
whole
on,
world.
that's why I say that Luka Doncic, that Spotty Mitchell, that all you niggas 71-point games does not compare to Kobe's 81. In that dead ball era, he shouldn't even have had that many attempts. You understand? The game was much slower. If you go and look at the pace of the game, when he made that 35 a game, he did it in the slowest pace or under Mike, under everybody, bro. You don't supposed to have that many touches. That's to show you how much he was just banking the motherfucker. Bam, bam, bam.
If this era's so talented, how come they can't get a low post layup? I mean a low post move layup. I mean, you bet.
The last dominance we seen, and I'm gonna be real, was Steph Curry them. What's Steph them? That's the last dynasty. Like, it probably ain't gonna be no other. What player is really dominating? And I don't count dominating for always being the guy that shows up and get his ass whooped. That's Tommy Hearns shit. You always right here for the belt, but you about to get your ass knocked out. That ain't gonna get you over the top. No. I'm gonna need you to win. That's that LeBron James. He been to the finals 10 times in a row. Man, I don't want to hear about that 10 times in a row unless a nigga won 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, or something like that. Other than that, if that nigga is under the percentage, do not talk about that shit.
He been to the finals 8 times in a row.
So Tyrese Halliburton go to 8 more finals in the East and don't win it. He on Michael Jordan level.
So we don't start saying, we ain't even gotta say Michael Jordan. He in the best point guards ever, huh? Just cause this nigga Magic got 5 of them things and went to 8 of them things.
9, he went to 9.
9 of them things, excuse me, 9 of them. Sorry, Magic. 9 of them things. Come on, Kobe got 5 of them things, went to 7 of them things.
Come on now.
Come on, man. You got to look at a nigga winning. And then, look, Magic only had 12 years. Then Kobe, he had 20, but still look at when did he have his 5. He had his 5 before LeBron had his 4. That the age of, whatever age LeBron is, that where he got 4, Kobe already had 5.
And Kobe was rebuilding the last 4 or 5, 3, 4 years.
Come on, man. His body was broke up, man. If Kobe body never get banged up, I ain't gonna lie. I said it a long time ago. If Kobe body never gets banged up, I believe I ain't saying LeBron doesn't do it because we see how long this nigga willing to play. But if Kobe doesn't get hurt, he breaks that Kareem record first.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
like Kobe was, he's not doing what he's doing, bro.
Before that, Achilles, bro, the nigga was averaging 28 points a game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
That's people don't look at averages, bro. Just like that first playoffs. Oh, he averaged 18. Said, man, the nigga got a foot put under him by Jalen Rose, who admitted it. And then the next game, the nigga didn't play. And then when he came back the next games, the nigga couldn't find the rim because his ankle. He said in his whole career, we didn't all see what Kobe played through. That nigga said that was the worst sprain of his life.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. What about the Chris Paul trade?
Oh my God!
That would have put Kobe. I don't think Miami would even won if that.
Bro,
if that
do you see Chris Paul impact right now? So just imagine it. Look at everywhere he's been went. And I ain't talking about the Clippers. I ain't even talking about the Clippers. When you look at him after the Clippers, he went to Houston. Boom. Damn near finals. Really should have been a finals team, championship. After that, OKC. OKC wasn't looked at. He went over there and taught that boy Gildress. Yeah, look, made him a playoff team and taught that boy Gildress and Dort how to play some basketball. Look at him now. Then he went over there to Phoenix and look what he did to Phoenix. They went to that man impact. That's why I say his impact, I think he has the greatest impact in this generation. When you want to say like going to a team and changing the atmosphere, when he went there for his little moment of his rock, he didn't win no championship, but he made everybody a goddamn championship competitor that he went to in his prime.
And mind you, that was back then. That was prime Chris Paul back then.
That's what I'm saying.
That would have been prime Chris Paul.
I ain't gonna lie, he had me fooled. I thought Houston was he hit that 3 on Steph and start shaking and shit. I'm like, oh shit, it might happen this year.
Nah, see, Chris Paul got injured though. That was the year he got injured.
See, and that's his change. That's all his thing. Look, not just James Harden, Trevor Ariza, but see, it depends on who your leader is too. Trevor Ariza was cool.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that series that they missed like 27 something
Yeah,
threes?
that's what I'm saying. Trevor
Yeah,
was 0
yeah, that's
for
what I'm talking
15 up in there. Trevor was like 0 for 13 up in there.
about.
That's a lot of threes to be
But if
missing. Is
Chris
all I'm
Paul was
saying.
out there, they not 0 for 27 because he gonna give you the right shot, right time. He know what you need. He know what he's not gonna let that team just shoot all threes anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
See,
They need
when
that
you see
plus.
a team, when you see your team ain't hitting no damn threes, hey, you guys, and we losing. Hey, it's time. Hey, look, we got the lead. Hey, let's get some layups for some fouls and shit.
Yeah.
These niggas need to beat us. We don't need to beat them. They need to shoot threes. Let's take this shit to the hoop. We ain't hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
See, what they used to say, I don't know if they say that to everybody else. Like, what? Shoot. Take that boy to the hoop. It's time to take him to the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Straight
I
up,
feel like LeBron James the most overrated player. I feel like LeBron James was the most overrated player in the NBA history. I don't care what nobody say.
bro.
He
This
don't
That's
got
nigga
no
tough.
lead the
bag.
league all
That's tough.
time in turnovers. This nigga don't say nothing about them turnovers he was turning over in that playoff series. Them crucial. Remember that ball? They threw it to him past half court and shit just went straight through his motherfucking butterfinger hands.
Right.
Straight through his butter. Nobody better lay a finger on my butterfinger. That
And
shit
I've been
went
watching
straight
LeBron
through
since
his
high
hands, bro.
school.
I'm like, wow, bro. Ain't nobody gonna bring that up neither. Nobody said nothing about LeBron James doing that. Zach, but I'm gonna tell you who they did talk about. They talked about Trent Jr. though, huh? When he did the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I
And
said
LeBron also.
none of these new players can't play in the 90s, 80s. Hell, they can't even play in the early 2000s.
When you shoot, that nigga's
Yeah,
not a
okay.
score. He's not a pass first player.
Most
If
of
you
the time.
stop me from laying the ball up, I'm gonna pass it to my 3-point guy. That's all I'm gonna do. All his career, he always had at least a top 15, top 20 to top 10 3-point shooter on his team. At least that's what he wants. And he always had a top 75 player, future Hall of Fame player. The only time he literally played by himself was when he made a deal with the Lakers that he was coming with him when they gave him Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. The last time he got swept out the finals with Cleveland. That was the
Mm-hmm.
last best run
Oh,
that you've
whoa.
seen of LeBron James.
Hold on. You talking about after they traded Dwayne Wade and Isaiah Thomas and
Yeah. When
all
they
that?
did all that, and
Oh, okay.
we got
Okay. Yeah.
Isaiah, and we gave them Jordan Clarkson. That was right there to make a deal that LeBron James come to the Lakers. If nobody knew that,
Oh, okay.
give
Okay.
you Jordan Clarkson, give you Larry Nance, give you some youth. That got his ass all the way to the finals. What happened the next year? Adios, amigos. I'm going to LA. You goddamn right, because you owe us. We did not have to do that deal with you. That whole trade shit wouldn't have went down if we didn't do it.
Mm.
See, people don't really know what I know that because that's Los Angeles news. That's Los Angeles newspaper shit you don't know.
Oh, you stay in LA?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here in the heart of the city.
Oh, I ain't know you stayed in LA. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey Trey, niggas in the comments say, man, that's a very disrespectful title to Shaq. No, it ain't, because what was Shaq before Kobe Bryant? Like, how they like to use Jordan when that one with that Scott.
I know it ain't disrespectful because it goes hand in hand. If
Yeah.
you want to say that he carried Kobe, nobody else made him a champion until he met Kobe. What, he was gonna wait a few more years till D Wade? Come on, stop it, bro. He got the blueprint on what he needed. When he left when he left Kobe, he went straight for the next, at that time, the second best shooting guard coming up in the league, D Wade. He asked for that trade there. He asked to go there. He didn't just say, hey, Lakers, do what's best for y'all. Trade me, get some draft picks. I don't care. He said, take me right over there.
And that's just the bottom line.
Hey
Come
Trey,
on,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie, bro. I needed you this morning, bro. Salute Hunter for
Look, I
dropping.
was trying to, I was trying to get up in there. I heard you. I said he cooking.
Yeah, I heard you
He
too.
cooking.
Salute Hunter for dropping this knowledge today, because I always said that about Shaq. And I'm from Louisiana. I watched Shaq at LSU. When you talk about a lot of talent, but didn't take the game as serious because he was the most dominant and most physical specimen that we probably seen since. Well, that's his fault, bro. That's where the work ethic, the mentality, the will to win. You know what I mean? And then what made me mad about Shaq, remember at one time he was saying Penny was better than Kobe. Come on now. Hold up, nigga. I like Penny. I like Penny with a passion.
Man.
But when we talk about a Bugatti to a Ferrari, that's the difference, bro. He a Ferrari. He a European car. He a foreign. But he ain't one of them. Like, you got levels to everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Hold on, James. What version of Kobe we talking about here? What version of Kobe we talking
Look,
about?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to get
Penny
in on that.
Hardaway was a hell of a
It don't
player. Now,
matter.
hold on
Look,
a minute.
He played. He
Hold up,
played.
look, Penny got the
What
keys to
version
the
of
Jeep
Kobe we
before
talking about
Kobe.
here?
If you, I'm gonna say
It
this
don't matter.
in the first two, or if you want to say the first 3 years, Penny was better than Kobe, as in he advanced quicker than Kobe because he went to college. Though we got to remember that he went to college and got to learn a little bit more. We got to throw everything in. So yeah, he was a little bit more advanced than Kobe, as in knowing the game, reading things. But if we want to say, like, really, when it was like you a veteran in the game, when Kobe really learned the game, it was no more competition, injuries or not.
So number 8 or 24. Right up and during that time.
Man, it don't
I'm
matter. He
telling you, look,
played
I'm
Shaq.
telling you,
That's
look,
all we
look
know.
at the
He
first
played
three in the
Shaq.
first 3 years with Shaq and Penny. They went to the finals, right?
Yeah.
So that's what everybody is adding in. But what happened in those finals, right?
Well, they
Like what
got swept
happened?
by
Look,
Houston
and
Rockets,
look,
but hey,
let's put it on this.
that's the side effect.
Kobe was getting injured, right? Without Shaq, he was getting more injuries, right? Because he was carrying more of a load, right?
Yeah.
He ain't known as a muscular person. He got about the same body texture as Penny, right?
Well,
Right.
Mick, but the only reason why I said that,
Kobe worked himself to take 82
Penny is
plus.
taller though.
He
Penny taller than Kobe.
he was tougher than Penny. Penny was getting injured, but he couldn't recover from him right and still keep his game up. Kobe did. So at the end of the day, number 8 and 24 surpassed Penny. It don't matter about what we thought his potential was. See, we do too much potential on what you would have been. If it's like
I'm
that,
not talking. Wait a minute though.
I'm
I'm
not
not talking
saying
about
you. I'm not
potential.
saying you. I'm making sure anybody
I'm
who
not talking
uses
about
that.
potential. Penny
No,
was
I'm not
a
saying you.
hell of
I'm
a
not
player,
saying.
bro.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
wait a
you.
minute now.
No,
We ain't finna just talk
look.
like Penny wasn't
Did you hear? Did you hear
that
what
dude.
her?
Now
Did you
Penny
hear
was
what?
awesome. He
I
was
mean,
a
did you
really
hear
good
what?
basketball
Did you
player.
hear
no, I
what?
like Penny.
Did you hear what James said? Penny was a
Yeah.
great player.
Same
Look,
thing.
but look. Let's
I
be
like
real.
Penny.
Let's be real. Did y'all get to the finals facing the same Michael Jordan? Let's be real. Mike was starting off that season. Do the Orlando Magics even get past the Bulls?
That's why they
They
got
did.
there swept the next year. But this is why I said that what I said, Mingo. I ain't gonna lie. Penny was fortunate to get the keys to the Jeep early. We all know why Kobe didn't. So we can't just sit there and say if Kobe would have did this or wouldn't have got that chance. We
Look,
seen when he
Shaq
did get
left
that
him
chance
in
though.
3 or 4 years. Shaq left him in
When
3 or 4 years, so he was
that's
able
what
to
I'm
show.
saying.
He was able to show a little bit of it. Think about if Shaq left Kobe in the first 3 years, the explosion that Kobe would have been able to show. Like this
That's
man
my whole
actually
point.
did it. It's other people that had a chance to win. Penny had a chance to win a championship after Shaq. His body just didn't let him. I'm not holding that against him, but facts is facts, right? The same as Kobe last 6 years. His body just didn't let him be Kobe.
But the whole thing about that too, though, Trey, I really feel to believe if Kobe would have got a shot at running a team as a rookie, he would have got better as time progresses. How do you get better if you don't play? If you hiding
Even
on the
just
bench?
more playing time. The nigga
Yeah,
didn't
that's
play
what I'm
in his
saying. Just
first
give him
in his
playing time.
first
Give him
two
the same
years.
amount of minutes
Yeah,
Penny was
in his
playing.
first 2 years,
What he
you
had,
talking
8 minutes
about
or
Jerry
7 minutes?
West. You got Dale Davis, who's not giving this guy play time at all. Not even a good, significant play time. You got this dude out of high school. You traded for him from the drafts. Jerry West told you I ain't never seen a workout like this, and you still playing this dude like he in the second round.
You playing him like a free agent, like
Like, yeah,
undrafted
you
free
playing him
agent.
like you just picked him up off the streets, like he an
Yeah.
undrafted player.
So when Kobe got that shot to do it at 21, 22, he got a chip. His first year started, didn't he win a chip? So that lets you
Look,
know
not
that's
even
Dale Harris.
no. They didn't. Look, when he came back with the afro after the air balls, when he said "fuck all this," like Michael Jordan shit, I'm bald head. He kind of came into his own. Even KG said his story. He said Cole came with that afro. It was
I
a
told
wrap.
niggas about that
It
afro, that
came.
number
It
8.
came. Cole came with that afro. He had me out here with that afro.
Aphrodisiac, man. I
Boy,
tell you, bro,
look,
I
cause
still,
I'm gonna tell you,
ooh, Lord,
out here in LA, you either was an AI braid nigga or you was a
Kobe.
Kobe fro nigga.
Yeah. And everybody was rocking braids when AI was in. I had the
Boy,
braids.
when
I
he
ain't gonna
came
lie.
with them famous braids, boy, going up the head to the side and then going backwards, boy, everybody had that shit out here, females and everything.
And like you say, I seen a lot of niggas with the Lamont and Lionel fro too because of Kobe.
Come on, man. I'm
Lamont
just saying,
and Lionel had the coldest
when you
fro
look
in the
at
70s.
impact and dedication, who was trying? You look at if Mike was in the league and he was that sharing, he wasn't. What he said, Kobe made me share. I didn't want to share with him. Kobe, who else said that? Gary Payton, Kobe. They took it as a him paying homage. Like, damn, this dude don't have no ego. He coming like, hey man, how you be always ripping the ball from me, OG? Like on that post, like how you be doing that shit? Teach me that. Gary Payton said, you know what? I want a piece of my game left in here. LeBron worked out with Kareem. He still don't got no post game.
Mhm. I don't
What
see
does that
none of
tell
that.
you about a man ethic? That tells me after Kareem worked out with you, he ain't gonna do it every goddamn day like he your personal trainer. That tells me that after he worked out with you, you didn't keep on doing whatever he showed you. You look at Giannis. Kobe just went in there and did shooting drills with him, told him keep shooting. You look at him now, the nigga got a little perimeter shot. You look at Jason Tatum, look how his game changed. You look at Popovich when Kawhi asked him, "Can I work out with Kobe? I know how y'all is with like teams on it, but can I work out with Kobe?" Kobe worked out with him. You look how his game changed. You look at Kyrie. You look at even Paul George when he was really locked in. All those dudes, they call them little Mamba babies. The half of the league is my SGA right now, a Mamba baby. Who was they going to get the game from? They said, let me get the game from Kobe because he got it from Mike.
What
Hey,
they
you
want
know
from you.
everybody that went to Kobe camp, damn near got a ring.
Damn
To
near got
Kobe.
a championship ring, bro. And everybody they compare to LeBron James, look at him. Zion. Look at him. Ben Simmons. Look at him.
Thank you. Losers,
Everybody that's a
quitters.
Kobe guy, they attacking the media.
Yeah,
I
look,
noticed
even
that dog
KD, look,
Kyrie, Kawhi, all them niggas went to that Kobe
even
camp.
before
They just need
KD
to win a
start,
ring.
even
You
before
saw.
KD start doing the LeBron James system, trying to get it that way. He said it. He said, you dudes up here shitting on Kobe when Kobe was returned about his stats and how bad he's shooting the ball. He said, y'all acting like even when Kobe was getting put out the playoffs in his prime, like everybody didn't know he was the best player. Draymond Green, let me shut you down years ago when you said ever since LeBron stepped on the court, he was the best player. In 2008 or 9, you got LeBron James in a 60-minute interview saying, Kobe Bryant is a better player than me right now. Right now. That's how he had to say it to clean it up. And
But
then
they
he
all
said
do
it.
it for the clutch
And
check, though.
Brandon Jennings took us a step further, talking about he was the best since 16, off of a lie from Brian Artest, talking about he was balling on Jordan in a workout at 15 years old. Like, man,
Everybody I see talk shit about Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna be real. They gotta get an NBA check. And this is what I mean. Anybody who talk crap about Kobe, they appear on ESPN or FS1. So you're still getting an NBA check. So as long as you're getting an NBA check, you cannot tell the truth on the NBA product. You have to tell what they want you to tell. You have to, who told us this? Paul Pierce. Oh man, I'm done with ESPN. They make you want to talk about LeBron James too much when he be
Big
put out
facts.
the playoffs, all this, all that. Come on,
Big
man, knock it
facts.
off. What Kobe said about the media. He gave Shannon Sharp signed autograph shoes, knowing this man be torching them. He said, man, I don't worry about what you guys say. I know all you guys are idiots.
Remember they kept Kobe out some type of rankings, and Kobe went up there and checked
Man,
that
when
stupid
Kobe
ass.
had first popped his Achilles, they put him as like number 20 something or 30 something in the league.
Our nigga checked their ass too behind that bullshit. That's a
Come
real nigga
on,
though.
come on, man. And
Real
Stephen A.
niggas do
Smith.
real things,
Stephen
boy.
A. Smith. Mark Jackson said, mark my words. Y'all remember, I forget what he was saying. He said, mark my words to some white man. He said, mark my words, because you think I'm a punk. Kobe Bryant would go down as the greatest player in history. This is what niggas was thinking after he had 3 championships.
Because the way he did it, he fought through the adversity. He waited till his turn. He didn't skip no processes. So when you don't skip the processes and you use that for fuel to add to your fire, man, look what we have, man. I'm talking about a 5-2 record. Y'all see I can't win without the most dominant player in this era.
Come
I
on,
did that,
man.
and
And
I
I went
still
3
get
times.
shit
And
on.
look,
That's
one
disrespect at an
series away
all-time
from a
high. That's
3-peat.
like a nigga slapping and spitting on you and you don't do nothing. I gotta
James,
defend myself.
James, one series away from a 3-peat without the big fella.
Man, from a
He was
four-peat.
A
one
lot of people
series
thought he
away
would have
from
won
a
that
three-peat,
of a
bro,
reason, and
without the
Bynum would have
big
played.
fella. And
A
all he got was
four-peat.
Paul Gasol, bro. All
A
he got
four-peat.
was Paul Gasol.
Hey,
He
Star.
made a nigga. Who has LeBron James made a Hall of Famer? Because all I know is LeBron James go get Hall of Famers. If Paul Gasol, since rings don't matter, if Paul Gasol don't come to the Lakers and he just have a hell of a career in Memphis, he's a maybe like Chris Webber is right now today.
Hey, bro, don't disrespect my dog like that.
No,
Hold up,
and you know
nigga.
why I did that? You know why I did
I
that? You
didn't
know
say
why I
that,
did
nigga.
that? You know why I did that? You know why
Hold
I
up,
did that? You know
nigga.
why I
My nigga
did
from
that? You know
Detroit.
why I did that, James? Hey, James, this is why I did that.
I
Man,
knew
Because
Jay
out of
was
I got
gonna
to
say
jump
everybody
through a
that
something.
lot
I
of
LeBron
knew
time,
it.
boy.
James
I'm
named,
telling
look,
you.
no, I'm gonna tell you why I did that. Look, this is why I did that. Out of everybody
Obviously,
that LeBron James named, bro, this nigga
I
Chris
feel you. I'm
Webber
just
done
fucking
been
with you, though.
out the
I
first
feel what you're
round.
saying.
Look, he been out the first round way more times than T-Mac. Damn near was a series away from the finals. Why he ain't in the goddamn Hall of Fame? That's how you know what Gil said is bullshit too, because his stats back it up. He don't got no ring. He should be in there. He been out the first round. He been to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Shit,
that's
if
why
it
I say I
wasn't
was
for
just fucking
Tim
with you
Duncan,
about that. I know you was
if
trying
it
to make
wasn't
a
for
point,
Tim
but
Duncan,
Yeah,
I had to
you
hold
feel me?
up.
That's
I
what
hey,
I'm
thought you were
saying.
serious
So
for a
if
minute.
Paul
but look
Gasol,
though,
look,
You had
if
me
Paul
scared like
Gasol,
Pinky, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
though, Trey,
Paul
if it
Gasol
wasn't for
don't come
Tim
to the
Duncan,
Lakers right now,
Chris Webber would
what
have
the
made the
hell did
finals if
jump?
it wasn't for Tim Duncan.
What really jumped Dirk up in front of a Chris Webber, in front of a KG? If we
All
look
right.
at it. Exactly that ring and who he beat, who he went through. Kobe,
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. That's why that ring jump him up. Ring culture matters, bro. If he went and got a weak ass ring, went up against some bullshit teams that was hurt, Kobe ain't out there playing. Timmy ain't out there playing. Oh shit, D Wade got hurt. Nigga, we wouldn't look at that ring the same.
I
Didn't
was
Vince
just
Man,
about
Carter
to
make
ask
it?
you that. That's a
I
great
got
point.
Jason
Hold
Do
on,
Terry
all
didn't
over
Vince
rings
Tim
hold
Carter
the
make
Duncan.
it?
same weight? Do all
I got
rings hold the
Jason
same
Terry
weight?
over Tim
Hell no,
Duncan.
all rings don't hold the same way. It depends on who you went through to get to the finals and who you beat in the finals.
Hey Gilbert Arenas, I got Jason
Didn't
Terry
Vince
over you,
Carter make
nigga.
it?
I got Jason Terry over you, nigga. Jason Terry a better basketball player than you did. Give me Jason Terry, nigga.
Look at that. Hey, look, go on and put JJ over him too, because he guarded LeBron. Put
Yeah,
JJ over there. We
I put
giving
that
niggas
nigga over that nigga too.
look. So is we gonna say, since niggas wanna say Paul Gasol really should have had that. So niggas felt like Iguodala supposed to got that MVP too, huh?
Yeah, Kyrie should have got MVP after he hit that
Come
dub.
on, bro. It's so many niggas. Bro, the first time, look, they said Cap should have got the MVP, but what? They gave that shit to Magic because he was the younger player, bro. He was going to be still in the NBA, and Cap was on his way out, nigga. So they gave it to Magic, nigga, his first one. When they was getting their ass kicked and the Cap put on a show and fucked his foot up.
Man, but I just don't. And Kenyon Martin, man, you wasn't even the top 10 power forward in your era, man. And
Come on,
I
man.
got
Shaq didn't play good against
I got to agree with you.
great power forwards or no great centers. Whenever he went against a great center or a great power forward, any big man, Kobe was the leading scorer. Go and check it. If you don't believe me, go look at the facts. The road to the finals is the most important thing to me because if you don't win on the way there, nigga, you're not there.
Hey,
Anthony
but you
Davis
ain't lying.
carrying
You ain't lying
LeBron,
though. Like
Bubble.
Kobe always was the leading scorer for the most part. I think, except for one series in the Western Conference when they went against
It'll
KD.
mostly be the first round. Mostly the first round. The second and the Western Conference Finals, Kobe will be the the leading scorer on the Lakers because it's higher competition. We'll probably be going against Sacramento or the Spurs in the second round. That's how it always went, or Dallas or something. And Shaq always played bullshit against those teams because we seen them so much and they knew what to do to Shaq, get him in foul trouble or hack a Shaq shit. He couldn't make no free throws. Kobe got to be clutch. He fouled out the game. Kobe got to be clutch. Like Jalen Rose said, they talking about get off the ball, Kobe, get off the ball. He said, what the fuck game is they watching? Yeah, Kobe, get off the ball. Get off the ball, nigga, so we can win.
Mm.
These are players, bro, out there. While you got dudes who hate on them, you got the dudes who not hating on them. You got Kendrick Perkins talking about what you guys talking about, Pau Gasol. He said, Kobe figured out my shot. And let you guys know this. Everybody was shooting bad game 7. See, this is the detail that D Wade didn't put on that. He didn't say Kobe had a bad series. He said their last finals, Kobe didn't play good. See, so you would think all 7 games Kobe played garbage. Kobe scored 32, 27, 28. He led all scorers in that game 7 on both ends, and everybody played horrible. Paul Gasol was like 8 for 18. Kobe was like 6 for 20 something, but those are his shots that he has.
They had like 60 points in the fourth quarter, both teams. Like, come on now, bro.
Come on, bro. That was whoever, like Kendrick
Yeah,
Perkins
that was a
said,
defensive
whoever
minded
was going to
game.
win that game
Yeah, it was
was
a
going to win the
defensive
rebounding.
game.
And Kobe peeped it. When you got KG out there, 7 foot ass or 6'11", whatever you want to give him, you got Pau Gasol out there, Bynum out there. This nigga out rebounded all of them.
That's the killer. That's the mentality. So
That's basketball. Look, hey, I know I can score, but that ain't what my team need. Whatever my team need, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you, KD and Boston and Kyrie, when they was going against Boston and they got swept, I was pissed off at KD because the niggas that I'm used to watching, they would have went over there after that one game that Jason Tatum went off. They would have went over there and checked that nigga temperature and said, do that shit to me, nigga. Because the referee, we all know this. The referee ain't going to call a superstar for the same fouls he going to call a role player. So let me get over here so I can be physical. Lou Williams told you that. He said, Kobe stuck that nigga Steph Curry and basically was able to beat him up a little bit like we wasn't able to. Because Kobe knew what the refs, you ain't going to foul me out, nigga. See, you got to know the game. You got to know who you are and what they're going to allow. They know everybody is here to see you. They going to hold that whistle a little bit and let both.
y'all still there?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, something went out. I was like, what's going
I
on?
don't know.
I
I
ain't...
guess that was He was the one that was talking. Trayvon. He was the main one talking. I guess his audio or something cut off because he went off or something. I don't know.
Hey, man.
That's
Only
it.
thing I'm saying is, but I feel like everybody else. we got to give a lot of players their props because certain circumstances in certain situations, you have to attack it different. And the way Kobe had to take the hate in the beginning from him trying to be like John, because like I said, man, why you want to be like another nigga, man? Be yourself. But then I watched his whole career and I see what he was doing. I see why he went to Mr. Miyagi to learn wax on, wax off. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you got a lot of people who say they come in the game, they had an IQ since 8, they've been switching plays since 8, that can't get the fucking job done with a super team.
They need to bring back all these Fox Sports channels. Did they get rid of them shits or something? But, man, they need to bring that shit back. Everybody needs good promotion, man. This is just terrible. Why do the fans got to take it upon themselves to restore the marketing of everybody else besides LeBron James, bro? This is ridiculous.
I mean, they got all the sports. They got all the sports channels out
Hey,
there.
know what I like to say about this conversation too? I remember motherfucker was begging for their respect, right? He made the Eastern Conference look so weak and easy because he went to 8 straight, but he go to the West, get knocked out the first round more than they ever did in the East. Only made it to one finals on stipulations that you made people go down there because ain't nobody told me they was canceling no season. Like, you was the end all be all when it comes to the say so. You know what I mean? But
He's 40.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, he wasn't, man, listen, he wasn't
But
40
he's
at that
Nah, he
40.
time in
wasn't. He wasn't 40 when
2020.
Kobe happened. Yeah, he wasn't
Hey,
40 when
hey,
Kobe
Sean,
Stop
happened.
it, man.
hey,
Who the fuck is him, man? Get your ass out of here, man. He was 40. Tell that
He's
hey,
bitch
40.
retire then. Nobody want to hear all the fucking excuses, man. Get some tissue paper and wipe your ass.
let me check this. Let me check this. Let me check this. Sean nigga again,
He
James again.
wasn't
That
40
calls
though.
have. Hey, Sean, man, just gotta
Man, wasn't
let you
no
know.
fucking 40.
Just gotta let you know again, Sean. End of the day, Kobe saved his legacy, man. Shaq wasn't winning shit. I remember in 1998 and 1999, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Zeke Thomas, Bill Walton stayed calling out Shaq. They was worried about. They were saying they thought Shaq would never be a winner due to the fact that he never stayed in shape. His free throw shooting, for what he does off the court. So a lot of people actually didn't have confidence in Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant brought the balance out because at least his guy, his running mate, which was Kobe Bean Bryant, was a gymaholic. He was working hard. He always was a gym rat. He dedicated himself to the game, unlike Shaq, which canceled out. So when Shaq get in critical situations to where he couldn't perform high, guess what? Kobe been preparing for those moments. So Kobe came through. So you can't downplay. Yes, Shaq. Statistically, you could say that Shaq was the best player on the team, which is cool. You can have that. But Shaq would not have won shit in LA without Kobe being Bryant, and that's the fucking bottom line. He would not have won a ring. Because years and years he kept getting swept. Years and years he couldn't get out the first round, and he had an all-star backcourt with him in Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones. So you want to talk about selective memory? Selective memory in that, nigga.
You know what's aggravating though? When I sit up here and I see these guys talk about Kobe was a sidekick. It is nothing wrong with Kobe being a sidekick. Kobe didn't have no post moves. Like I'm reading like the comment section, man. It's like ridiculous, bro. And I'm over here like, okay, Kobe led the Lakers in a three-peat and fourth quarter points the whole series. I mean, all three-peats, right? Kobe led the NBA in fourth quarter.
I was about to say he led the NBA in fourth quarter points.
Right. Right. And I'm like, and I'm listening, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan since the 80s, right? My favorite basketball player of all time is Magic. Number 2 is Kobe. My third favorite player of all time is Hakeem Olajuwon, right? So I've been to games, I've seen it, right? And I'm sitting here trying to wonder, like, okay, y'all will seriously sit up there and dog a Chris Bosh and say this guy was Chris Spice and all this stuff, right? And trash this man as the third option, but you compare his stats to Pau Gasol, who was the second option on Kobe Bryant's team during them championship runs, and then y'all sit up there and be like, yeah, Kobe was if he didn't get Pau, Pau carried him or blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, y'all changed narratives so much, and it is nasty. Pau Gasol was getting swept in the first round when he was in Memphis. Pau Gasol had I believe it was one All-Star appearance before he got to the Lakers, bro. And I'm like, bro, if you want to just talk about skill level. You want to talk about skill level, you will hype somebody like James called him the role player. You will hype this man when he has basically been playing off of athleticism his whole career. Basically playing off of athleticism his whole career, but you would trash somebody like Kobe Bryant, who has done what was just stated. He went to Jordan. He talked to Jordan. Jordan helped him with his moves. He went and worked out with Akeem Olajuwon. He got information from Reggie Miller. He took Allen Iverson's crossover. I mean, all these different players he took to make himself one of the greatest offensive players to ever play the game.
About Gary Payton, because Gary Payton told that story too.
I don't need a bag. Jordan didn't need a bag to score. He went to his spot and he just raised up and shot. What is this? All of this talk about a bag?
Hey, know what I want to ask y'all? Kobe get crucified for that first championship run because he averaged 17 or 15 or whatever they want to call themselves. And they call him a sidekick and a role player. Was the role player a sidekick averaging 17 in 2011? So why they don't say that? Why they don't use that same example when they talk about this bum ass nigga compared to y'all trying to use the Kobe, who obviously worked on his game, who obviously took the game serious at an all-time level, like y'all brought up good points. Go and work with Hakeem. Forcing Jordan to break in and give in to, man, tell me something. I don't give a fuck if it's eat or buy or hide. Tell me something. Gary Payton said the same thing. You got some people want to learn, and like Homer just said, who just finished talking, you got some people try to rely on their attributes for their athletic ability, which that shit only carry you so far. You still got to work on your mid. You still got to work on free throws. You still got to do other things, footwork. All that shit matters, bro. It still matters. So that's why I asked the question. Since y'all want to call Kobe Bean Bryant a role player because he averaged 17 in 2015, whatever y'all want to say, and Shaq dominated that first finals. Well, what was the role play in 2011?
Can I say something about that? Yeah. So basically, why is it hate when we point that out that LeBron only has 17, but it's not hate when Kobe had 17. He only he shot 43%. Why is it not hate when people point that out for Kobe, but it's hate when people point that out for LeBron?
Great question.
And you know what's crazy? The crazy thing is, like I said, I'm a diehard Laker fan. I can admit Kobe's flaws. I can admit that Kobe, maybe he should have did something differently and against the Suns instead of just not shooting at all in the fourth quarter. I can talk about him and the stuff that went on with the Pistons. But see, that's a part of his legacy. That's a part of his growth. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like the excuse is like, it's always an excuse with Bron, bro. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always something. Tell me this. Do y'all ever remember like in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s where they actually blame role players for losing the championship game and not blame the actual stars? I don't remember that.
Bro, that's the crazy part. I'm glad you brought that up. This the only ever do that. Normally the superstar take on the brunt of the challenge. They don't say we were stag top heavy, we couldn't build around because I'm sucking up all the money. It's always them. Great say we. I made that mistake. We're going to get better. Jordan said that in Game 7 in the Indiana Finals. Yeah, Reggie pushed off. I ain't cry about that shit. They ain't called it. It was so big, but we ain't losing Game 7 though at all. And what he did, he went out there and proceeded to go to the championship again. That's like I say, mentality, man. Mentality. And you got to be a man to have that mentality. You can't be no little boy talking about you got the mentality of a grown-up, because only way you could succeed in life, bro, is going through major failures. It ain't nobody perfect, man. I'm not perfect. Nobody perfect. Kobe went through those down years. Kobe used all that as fuel, though. You cannot say 5-2 is not greater than 4-6. You cannot say this man is not number 2 when he carbon copied his game behind a nigga that everybody look at as the GOAT. But here come this fucking role player with a losing record, 22-33 in the finals, and all of a sudden he the second greatest player that we ever seen. Man, stop.
You gotta give a role player his props, because He got a third option that averaged more points than Scottie Pippen, most of Scottie Pippen's all of Scottie Pippen's seasons. His third option, 20 points per game. Pippen had only 2 seasons over 20 points, 2 or 3 seasons. So that's the third option. Scottie Pippen was the second option. So we got to give LeBron his pop. This nigga got a third option that's scoring as much as Scottie Pippen, bro.
You saying give him props for what though?
I mean, cheating the game and getting people not to point shit out like that. I mean,
All right, I got you. I see where you're going with it. All right, I got you.
that nigga manipulating the game, bro. He got fourth options. Rui probably 16 points per game. Come on, man. Them motherfucking Tony Kukoc, they talking about Tony Kukoc like he was an all-star. That nigga was averaging like 13, 12 points per game, bro. Ain't do nothing when he wasn't with Jordan.
The crazy thing is a lot of this slander started, you know what I mean, just because of the Mind the Game show, bro. Like if he didn't talk about rain culture, Tracy McGrady and them wouldn't have been on ESPN. Like even on Gil's podcast, you had I know y'all caught that. Kenya Martin said that if I was on that team, I would have won the ring. No, you would not have won the ring,
exactly.
Bro.
Man, get your ass out of here, bro. You was the same nigga that was getting cooked by Tim Duncan every time y'all got matched up when they was hyping your ass up. Shut the fuck up.
Just nasty, bro. Just nasty,
man. He was Ben Wallace. He taller than Ben Wallace. A little bit more athletic. Nigga, you couldn't even do what Ben Wallace did, bro. Stop it.
And the crazy thing is, like, even with T-Mac, you know, people have brought this out. T-Mac offensively was nasty. When he was in Toronto, he actually played defense. When he left Toronto, it was just like defense was like, okay, I'll put that on the back burner. Could y'all really see T-Mac and his temperament checking Shaq, talking about Shaq need to be in shape and Shaq need to be working out, when you have a general manager in Daryl Morley and head coach and Steve, I'm not Steve, but not Jeff, but Stan Van Gundy was questioning your work ethic? They were questioning your work ethic. And do you think that you would have been bold enough to call out Shaq and your work ethic was questionable? Come on, man. Let's not do this, bro.
Do you
Ryan Artest called him out and when he played for Houston, said his lack of defense cost them a lot of situational games and situations. But one thing I would say about this right here, Houston got out the first round when your ass was hurt, nigga. So you eat there in yourself when you say that, because you letting Gil and Jason Williams, ringless motherfuckers, pump you up. They shop at the flea market for jewelry. They ain't got no real jewelry. They ain't gonna Johnny Dang. They ain't gonna, you know what I mean? The big jewelers, you didn't to get no jewelry. So if you're not a winner and you have game, nobody ain't gonna say nothing about you. We'll give you credit, but the minute you go to talking like you're a champion, you know what you're talking about to get a championship. Now we gotta put some slack. We gotta push back on that. So this is what I'm gonna ask Gil Slowski. What have you done besides that game that you keep pumping yourself up about against Kobe? You ain't did shit. You was scared of LeBron. You was scared of that role player. You was scared of it. Every time y'all played that nigga, you was scared. Put that, look, that Wizard team was not no slouch team, bro. Because mind you, every player that what you call him wanted to play with, beat his ass, he went signed him. Remember he went got Antoine James?
Yeah, didn't he want Antoine Jameson? Didn't he choose Antoine Jameson over
all
Amari
of them players? He wanted Scott Pollard. He wanted all of them role players off the Kings and other winning playoff teams. He thought that was going to get him over the hump. He thought that was going to bring him toughness.
That nigga went sign Antoine Jameson.
Nah,
only to talk shit about him when they lose, bro.
They say that
he wanted Danielle Marshall.
Everybody was busting his ass. He wanted him on his team, bro. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
He wanted Ricky Davis gone. He wanted Ricky Davis gone. Another 30-point scorer, 20, 25 at least. He wanted him gone.
Nah, they say that the Cavaliers didn't get Amari Stoudemire because they wouldn't trade JJ Hickson. That's what a lot of people be saying. I mean, I don't know, but that's what they say.
There's literally articles out here that says that LeBron James preferred Antoine Jameson over Amari Stoudemire. And I can understand if we just watch the way, if you look at the players that LeBron wants to space the floor, I can understand him wanting Antoine Jameson over Amari because Amari wasn't a floor stretcher. You know what I mean? But they make the excuse and then they try to trash Antoine. Antoine was the year before he went there, he was averaging over 20 points a game and giving you 9 rebounds.
When he
Like
played
he
with
wasn't
Golden,
no scrub.
what year that was? He played with Golden State. He dropped like a 50 ball on the Lakers, and I guess because he went against Kobe and Antoine Jameson went off that game.
Yeah, Kobe went off. They both went off that game. Yeah,
like Mingo said. I don't know if it's true or not, but that was the word on the street. You understand that? When he seen that, he went to the front office and said, I need that young man. But you still ain't do nothing with him. Everybody that you got, you still ain't do nothing with him. And far as the case, you being a driver of the paint, Chris Bosh's game was going to decline and Kevin Love because of the fact of the matter, you need the paint wide open for you to get your 3 feet in there. I mean, you can't shoot outside of 3 feet. Now, if you had a mid-range game, maybe you could have used a reliable post man and let Kevin Love still average his 24 and 12. Maybe you would have won more range than that. You changed everybody's game to fit your fucking style of play, your offensive system that never really turned over like it was supposed to. So if you watch the detail and watch how Kobe break down a triangle and talk about the game compared to Mind Games podcast, because it ain't mind the game. Them niggas playing mind games with y'all, and y'all be on that motherfucker. I can't watch no bullshit like that. I unsubscribe to a lot of fucking fanboys, but I'm telling you, I don't fuck with them type, especially in this era because they too biased, man. They don't want to hold their people accountable. I hold my own self accountable. You feel what I'm saying? So how you can't hold yourself accountable? I don't want to be around nobody like that, bro. I'm just being real. And it goes to show you the record speak for a goddamn self. Go look at every finals that this dude played in compared to Kobe playing in and look at the full quarter scoring and you tell me who got more clutch genes. But they'll come out here and tell me he way more clutch than Kobe because they're going off what people saying for the last shot or whatever. But it don't tell the whole story. It really don't tell the whole story unless you really watch it. If you sit there and you watch it, man, everybody know Kobe more clutch than that nigga. Kobe gonna give you 12 to 8 to 12 to 16 points if you have 2 in the full quarter. Just like in that finals. I watched Sacramento go to war with these dudes at least 3 separate occasions with Chris Webber. And every fucking time, it wasn't Shaq, bro. It was not Shaq. We had bodies to throw at Shaq. We had Pollard, we had Device, we had Weber, we had Thunderbird. We had a lot of bodies to throw at this nigga to slow him down. You know who was killing us? Fucking red beans and rice with fried chicken with cornbread on the side.
And what they doubling him though? What they doubling him, James?
I forgot all about
were they not doubling him too?
Lawrence Thunderbird used to be in that bitch banging with Big Shaq when Device flop and get in foul trouble. We had bodies to throw at him. That's why we traded. I mean, I ain't gonna say we traded because I don't know if it was a trade or what. That's why we didn't resign and bring Williams back because we needed a more solidified point guard than Mike Bibby.
I forgot all about Lawrence Thunderbird, but nah. My only thing about the LeBron thing, I don't have nothing against LeBron. I think LeBron is a great player, but my thing is, my only thing that bothers me about LeBron fans when it comes down to LeBron is that his first stint in Cleveland, when they say that team wasn't good, you ain't gonna point to me no other team in NBA history to win 60+ games in back-to-back seasons and tell me that's not a good team. I've been trying to get a LeBron fan to explain that to me, and none of them ain't explained it yet. How you win?
I'm gonna explain it for you because I'm a LeBron fan.
Back-to-back seasons without it being a good team. I've never seen that before.
It's not our fault because LeBron he wanted the GMs and all of that to sign a couple of little bums like the power forward guy. I forgot his name. Tyrese, the Kardashian dude. The Kardashian dude.
Tristan Thompson.
Thompson, that he wanted them to
get 85 million, bro. God damn.
Yeah, that was the second stint. That was the second stint in Cleveland, not the first.
I said the first stint.
What was that Damian Jones or with all of them dudes? He wanted them dudes to get paid too.
That was Mo Williams. They had Mo Williams and all those guys. Anderson Varejao, Big Z, which is Zadrunas Ilgauskas. Those guys.
1996 NBA drafts, Zadrunas Ilgauskas. Yes, sir.
Those guys.
Oh, know what I'm tripping out of? Didn't Larry Hughes play with Allen Iverson on that championship team? Not a
Which
championship
one?
team, but when he went to the finals.
Nah, he wasn't on
Nah,
that team. He
no,
wasn't on
no,
that team.
no. He was with
Aaron
LeBron.
McKee was the starter on that one.
Yeah, he was with LeBron in 07. Larry Hughes was with LeBron in 07. When he went to the finals that year, he was on that
You talking
team.
about when did
Larry
he play
Hughes.
with Iverson?
I don't know if he played with Iverson. Did he play with? Yeah, no. I
Larry
think he
Hughes
played.
did play with. He played
I
with
think he played with
Iverson.
Iverson early on in his career. I
Yeah,
think
but it
Larry
wasn't.
Hughes was
It
with
wasn't the year
Iverson
they went to
early
the
on in his
finals though.
career.
Yeah, that's
Because
what it was.
the year
Yeah,
they went,
you're
the year
right.
they
You're
went to
right.
the finals, they had Aaron McKee starting
Yeah,
at the
you're
two
right.
guard, and they had God, what's his name?
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow was the point guard, but the guy that played for Phoenix, the shooting guard that Kobe used to go back and forth with all the time, he was
Raja
fresh into
Bell.
the Raja Bell. Yep, Raja was backing up Aaron McKee. Yep.
And don't
And look, Booby
So
Gibson
what?
wasn't no shabby player neither, because Booby Gibson helped him advance one of those series in Game
he
7 when that
did.
nigga ain't show up.
He did.
Booby
31
Gibson went for
points.
30 and he shot damn near perfect from the 3-point line. That year right there that Mingo talking about, them 2 years, they was top 3 and top 5 in defense and 3-point shooting. And he still couldn't get it done. So I'm just saying, you
So,
always say he ain't have no team, but he had a team to meet. I
but
ain't
but
lying, nigga.
James,
I can
Ain't it
see.
funny that they would
but
sit up there and
James,
say that he ain't had no team, but then they sit up there when we talk about Kobe playing with Kwame Brown, Chris Milne, and Smush Parker, they ain't got that same excuse. Then I had one dude tell me that
because it's
LeBron's
hating.
roster was worse than Kobe's roster. I'm like, bro, shut
That's
up
cap.
talking to me, dog.
That's cap.
But
Yeah,
look,
that's
man,
cap.
do they even go, James? Do they even go back to the era and look at the other teams' rosters when they talk about the
No,
Cavs
they
didn't have
don't.
talent? They had Darius Miles, Ricky Davis, all of these players. Did they go to the other teams and see how garbage they was, bro? The motherfuckers had Lawrence Funderburk and all of these other bums that was around the league, bro.
Hey, but
Then nobody had no super teams and big threes, bro.
why y'all keep bringing up Lawrence Funderburg? Man, Lawrence
Because I'm
Funderburg.
saying, like, that's the type
That's
of players that was
OSU
playing.
great.
That's the type of players that was playing 25
Nigga
minutes,
had
30
Scott
minutes,
Pilot too. I forgot about Scott Pilot. Like I say, we had bodies
yeah.
to throw at Shaq. But Kobe the one that killed us. They talking about the Kobe stopping Doug Christie. Look, come on, man.
Nah, that
That's
was
my
Ruben
team.
Patterson. The Kobe stopper was Ruben Patterson.
They try to put that label on Doug
They
Christie
try to
too,
put that on Christie too. Yep.
That was
but Doug
nasty
Christie
word.
was getting his ass flame ball like Burger King. I'm just saying, like, for real.
Hey, check this out,
Mike
James.
Bibby
Tell
the
me.
one changed that whole culture around far as our backcourt, if anybody won't know. That's why we went the furthest with him and not Jason Williams.
And James, this is a lie that Gil kept telling too. He's single covered. They never double team. That's a lie, bro. That is a flat out lie. They double team Kobe too. That's why a lot of those lob passes and a lot of those little dump off passes Kobe was able to get at Shaq because they were actually double teaming. They was rotating towards him, bro. See, these are the narratives that they be pushing and they be lying, bro. Talk about Kobe
Yeah,
was
what happened
never
on that
double teamed.
last
They
play
only
when they
double
had to
teamed
get
Shaq.
past the Blazers? That go into my next question to y'all. Y'all knew what it took Kobe to do to get past those Blazers in that series. Do y'all really think T-Mac could have got that done?
That Blazers team was really good though, with Scottie Pippen and all them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
but I
deep,
think
man.
that
I
was one
was
of the deepest
saying.
teams like the Kings. But those
Yep.
two games right there made me see that Kobe was on a different level than everybody in the NBA at that time. And I'm being real with you because how
You know
deep
what
those
Portland
teams
messed
was,
up
the
though?
body that they could throw at them. Kobe still went out there. Bonzi, you up. Ruben, you up. Scotty, you too. Come on. They talking about Jordan. Bitch, Kobe was killing him too. Like, if you go look at those two series, Kobe was the main factor. Without
Yep.
Kobe, Shaq do not get those rings. Shaq don't get
Yep.
past Sacramento without Kobe. Shaq don't get past Portland without Kobe, bruh. Period.
You know
You
where
could have put
Portland messed
anybody
up?
right there. Kobe is the reason why
The,
they succeeded, though.
the Blazers
Portland
had
messed up when they
8
traded. Portland messed
All-Stars.
up when they traded
Future,
Jermaine O'Neal for Dale Davis. That's where they messed up. If they would have kept Jermaine O'Neal and actually played him, there was a chance that Portland could have ended up beating us one of those years. But they traded him. That was their fault,
they
bro.
had so much talent, though. That's the point. That's what Kobe beat, a team with a whole bunch of talent that ended up being like 9 or 10 All-Stars, bro. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
I
that
say,
team
but I ain't
was
gonna lie, that
loaded.
Portland team was deep as a
Deep
motherfucker,
as a
though.
motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, they were deep. Yeah,
Damon,
yeah.
I ain't never
Bobby,
said I thought Sacramento was deep, but they had
man.
Steve Smith too.
They
You
Yeah,
had
forget
yeah,
Steve
about
Steve
Steve
Smith.
Smith,
Smith. I'm like,
Yeah. They had
Damon
Bonzi Wells. They had
Stoudemire.
Damon
Rasheed
Stoudemire.
Wallace,
What the
Rasheed
fuck? Man, that
Wallace.
ball
They
was
had
loaded.
Scottie
Rasheed
Pippen.
Wallace, man.
Scottie Pippen.
Jermaine O'Neal.
They had a hell of a team, bro.
They had Devlick Shrimp.
Oh,
They
then they
had
have
Steve
Zach
Smith.
Randolph.
They had Bonzi
That team
Wells.
was crazy now.
Now, if
That
you want to
Portland
say a
team was
super
crazy.
team,
They
that
had
was a fucking
Bonzi.
super team right there, dog.
Yeah,
That
that
was a
Portland team was
super team,
crazy.
bro.
That shit
That's
was
what I'm
crazy.
saying.
Kobe went
That's
out
what
there
I'm
and was
saying.
like,
They
so
don't
what?
give Jordan
And
a
what?
spot. Pippen played with a better basic. They didn't have a Jordan, but that was a way better roster than the Bulls had, bro.
They had
That was
Damon
a way
Stoudemire.
more talented,
Yeah,
Man,
way more talented roster. And Scottie
yeah.
Pippen couldn't get it done, bro.
That team was crazy. That Portland team was crazy though back then.
Man, that team was sick.
Brian Grant. Yep,
Hey,
they
yeah,
had a
they had Brian
squad,
Did
dog.
they
Grant. I
have
forgot
Zach
about
Randolph? No, they
salute,
had Zach
salute
Randolph. No,
TP. I
they had.
forgot about Brian Grant, TP. And I knew about Brian Grant because he played for the Heat. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
on the Heat squad.
he was a
Yeah, I
fringe
remember him
all
from
star.
Xavier. I remember him
He
from
was a
Xavier. Yeah.
he was a fringe all star. Did they have Augment or somebody too? Stacey Augment.
They
Stacey
had
Augman.
Stacey Augman. Yep. They had
You
Stacey
Come
had,
on,
Augman.
y'all
bro.
say,
Come
bro,
on
y'all
now.
keep naming these
Didn't
players. That just let me know how much killer Kobe was. That's all.
exactly.
What his
Just
Didn't
nickname
they
let
Jeff
was?
y'all know.
Like the
McGinnis?
Elastic Man or something like that.
Did they
Yeah, they
have
call
Jeff
him
McGinnis
the
too?
Elastic Man.
Yeah.
They might have
No,
had
they
Jeff
called him
McGinnis too,
They called him
bro.
Plastic Man. Plastic
Plastic
Dog,
Man.
you
Man,
know
Elastic
you
Man,
know the
something like that.
defenders that they had on that team, bro. That's a lot of
Man,
you had Augman, Patterson, and Pippen, and Kobe was giving all three stooges the business.
the
Yeah.
I
business.
called them the three stooges
Bonzi
that team.
Wells, all of this.
Bonzi Wells was cold blooded though. People don't talk about it. That dude was cold
Yeah, he
blooded.
out the MAC conference. He played against my
Bro
brother.
was
My
cold
brother,
blooded though. He could
he
play.
played against my
Bonzi
brother.
Wells
What's
My
it
could
like
brother
play
to
went
be
to
now
Bonzi
though,
Western
man.
Michigan.
Wells?
Ball State, yeah.
I
They
think he
had
was a
Greg
very
Anthony on
underrated
that
player because
team.
how deep that team was. That's all.
That
That
team
team
was
was so
deep as
deep you
hell.
wasn't gonna get the full potential that you wanted to see. But it just goes to show you that what kind of level Kobe was on. Bitch, you could build a dream team, bitch. I think I can win. That's the
And that
Exactly.
mentality.
and that's
Remember,
just
one
a
of
And they
those
bunch
years
tried
of
they
to,
had
Difference.
Sean Kemp on that team
Separation.
too.
and
Remember,
they
one of those years
diminished
they had
Jordan.
Sean Kemp.
And they diminished Jordan for playing for Pippen. And he played with that super squad and he couldn't get it done, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's
Greg
just one
Anthony
thing.
from UNLV, the running
Yeah, they
Rebels.
had Greg
Yeah.
Anthony.
Derek
Come
Derek
on, bro.
Anderson. They had
Come
Derek
on.
Oh,
Anderson on
Derek
there
Anderson from
too.
Kentucky.
Steve Kerr. Yep. They had Derek
Oh
Anderson, Steve Kerr, Bro, they had a squad, dog.
Did they have
Then
Jeff
Zach
McGinnis too?
Randolph came in 2001 and 2002. They got Zach Randolph there too. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Did they
Yeah.
have Jeff McGinnis too? Man, come on, bro.
I think that's
Bro,
one.
they
I
had
think
a
that's the deepest
squad.
team I ever seen, dog. I ain't gonna lie. All these names y'all
That was
bringing up,
one of
bro.
the best teams ever, James. I swear to God,
That had to be the
and people
most
don't talk about it,
assembled
bro.
team from top to bottom. Whole 15-man roster.
You got the future on there. You got right
Damn,
now on there at the same time.
boy, y'all done opened my
Come on.
eyes up even much more now. I know he better than the role player now.
Man,
Crazy.
I always bring that team up and people just gloss over it. I'm like, man, don't y'all understand how good the Blazers was? Even
Yeah,
when
that
even
thing
when
was
Jordan
good.
beat the Blazers, when he beat the Blazers, don't y'all understand how good they was? They
Yep.
took the Lakers
Terry
out and all
Porter.
of them
Yep.
niggas,
Yep.
bro. They was number one in defense, bro. And
Cliff
Jordan picked
Robinson,
them
Clyde
niggas.
Drexler, Buck
Yeah,
Williams, Jerome Kersey,
the
Kevin Duckworth.
Blazers
Yeah, I
had some
remember all of it.
squads, bro. The Blazers used to having loaded rosters, bro. Until the Lillard era.
The thing that the Blazers just made two just major blunders in the draft when they drafted Dudley over Jordan, and they also drafted Greg Oden over Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they alienated my boy what's their power forward they had? That was Mr. Consistent. That dude was Mr. Consistent.
Then when Brandon Roy got hurt, that set him back too.
They had
Yeah,
That
Brandon
dude
Roy
was a
and what's
hooper.
dude's
Brandon
name?
Rowe was cold blooded too.
Brandon Roy and what's dude's name? The power forward. Damn.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, the Marcus Aldridge. Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Hell yeah. Them
I'll
niggas
get
had
into
some
this.
shit.
Man, look, the reason Shaq took a look, if Shaq even admitted this when he was talking to Kobe, Shaq didn't take a back seat. If Shaq would have took a back seat to Kobe in LA, they would have won more championships. Shaq took a back seat to Dwayne Wade when he went to Miami. That's the issue. Shaq had
Yeah,
issues
he
with
was the second option.
Penny Hardaway and my bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was agreeing with y'all saying he was a second option.
Yep.
But it's
If he
not.
would have just took that,
But
if he would have
nobody
did that
knocked
with
him for that.
Kobe,
Yeah.
exactly. If he would have did that with Kobe, there would have been more championships, but he didn't.
Kobe tried to make it like a co-headliner, like nigga ain't your sidekick no more after the first ring, but nigga shit, we can be 1A, 1B, nigga. That nigga just like, I'm gonna just let Kobe carry me. Shit, carry us to the playoffs. I'll get in shape by the end of the season.
It's like I was eating
Playing
cheeseburgers and stuff, drinking
basketball.
pina coladas because I knew I had that killer working. Like, bro,
Stop, man. Come on, Shaq. Shaq done played on some real good teams, man.
He did. He did. And Shaq only got 4 rings.
So fucking dominant, bro. That's just sad, bro.
Well, bottom line is, no matter what gear them say, you can't erase what Kobe did. You can't erase his legacy. His legacy is his
Can't erase
legacy.
what Kobe did, bro.
I mean, however you think
They
about
had
it,
to go to Tim Duncan to try to compare somebody to Kobe because they ain't wanted to be Kobe, so they said it was Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Kobe led the
It
whole
got to be
2000
Kobe because Kobe beat Tim Duncan more than he beat him without Shaq.
Exactly.
in the playoffs.
So
Yeah,
you could knock greatness, you could push certain narratives, but real
Right.
people with real minds who use the eye test know. Because the eye test is still the top shelf. That's like you smoking Reggie and I'm on Cali. Come on, man. You going off stats and numbers smoking that Reggie, but if you go off the eye test, you getting that
But
Cali. You know what I mean?
you're right.
That's
They
how
like,
I
I
look
got a
at it.
pound of the Reggie. Hey, nigga, I got 2 zips of that real shit.
hey, bro, ain't nobody mad that LeBron want to lead the Lakers. We want him to leave. What are you talking about, dog?
Yeah,
I just
we wanted to leave.
seen Mookie do a video on that. What y'all think about that? They say the role player was requesting a trade. I thought he had a no trade clause. How the fuck he do that?
he can't see a no trade clause is involved around
You know
LeBron.
it's real if it came out in the media, but he trying to do it a soft way because he don't want it to tarnish his legacy. Oh, I don't want it to be like I requested a trade. I never got traded. No huge superstar like me has ever got traded, so I need to do this. Man, LeBron is just
A no
ridiculous.
trade clause. A no trade clause is based around what he wants. That's why it's a no trade clause. They can't trade him without his consent. Basically, in order for them to trade him, he have to agree to wherever they're trying to trade him at. That's what a no trade clause
So for
is.
this news to come out, you know it's real.
Yeah.
Hey, what they gonna do with Al Sharpton then? Where Al Sharpton gonna go if would he take Al Sharpton with him?
Did y'all see the backlash from the Lakers fans after he opted in? This is the first time,
mad, bro.
This is the first time that I've seen the whole fan base upset, bro. I think that kind of got to him, bro.
You think it was dealing with the new owners though? Because I think ever since they sold that team, you have to go a different direction.
The new
clean house.
I think the new owners got something with Magic Johnson. Don't he got something with the Dodgers?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, so I think Magic Johnson letting them motherfuckers know, hey, bro, we got to get rid of LeBron before we try to build around Luka, bro. You know, we can't do this shit.
Absolutely, bro.
They can't get rid of him though. Because if they listen to Jeannie Buss, they gonna be fucked.
I mean, they can't get rid of LeBron unless he agree to it.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I don't think
they talking about he requested a trade. Mookie just did a video. I don't know if he's still alive on it.
And that's the only way. If you requested a trade, now that's one thing.
That's what I thought ticket video was about. I seen that shit.
And now, if he requested a trade, that's one thing. But if he
they said Rich Paul came in
his contract, then it ain't. You know, they ain't nothing they can do. That's just like Bradley Beal.
Can he lift that up, Domingo? Can he take that off himself and say?
Yeah, he can. He can, but the organization can't.
Okay, all right.
That's the only way they can trade him. If he say, you know what, I want to be traded to so and so, then a no trade clause is lifted, and he can go to wherever he want to go.
That was the same thing with KD shit. KD had that. That's why I want to go.
That's why I want y'all. That's why I want him to lead the team, bro. Dude over here. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
You know, I was just saluting Marco. Go ahead, you cook.
Nah, because this dude over here talking about, the Lakers are, water or dog water or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, the Lakers had 16 championships before he got here. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit up here. This is why I want this is why I want LeBron to leave. I want his fan base gone, bro. They are toxic as all get out, dog. Go somewhere else and be toxic. You don't have to do it with the Lakers. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of Laker fans are waiting for this dude to leave. You can't build around a 41-year-old. You know what I mean? We got Luka. Thank you for getting us Luka. We appreciate it, but go on, bro. Let us build around Luka. Go somewhere else and be LeBron. Go somewhere else and have the clutch media do what they do, bro.
You're right, bro. Before LeBron got there, they almost had like an OKC type of franchise with young players. They had a future, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think if they would have let that team grow,
Ingram, Zubac, all of them
if they would have let that team grow, they'd have been all right.
Man, that Alex Caruso, these are championship winning players.
They would have been all right, but you look what the role player do everywhere he go. He demolish shit, and even when he don't have to, he renovating a newly renovated house already. He gonna go up in there and change the toilet. It's a brand new toilet. What the fuck is you doing? Oh, I want my toilet.
It's like
your toilet don't even flush. Nigga, why you trying to put it in this bitch?
It's like a 67 Chevy, everything original. He come on that bitch, put fiberglass in it, and do all. It's already mint condition original. This man that came in there put a CD deck in there and all this type of dumbass shit, bro. It just diminished the value, bro.
Well,
where do we go though? Who will take on the problems that he brings to these franchises? Because what really made me mad and showed me he was weak-minded. A nigga took your cookies and you ran from a championship caliber team. Like if a nigga could take your cookies and you run, I know you ain't built for the long haul. So who would want to take on them problems that he brings to people organization?
Tell him to go to New York.
A small market team that he don't want to go to, or Golden State.
You think Golden State accept that bullshit?
Yeah.
Man, I think Golden State that dumb. They're like, oh, we were just playing with LeBron. I don't think they be thinking about winning, bro. Who have they put around Steph Curry? They haven't put nobody around Steph Curry all these years, but all we hear about is
Steph
LeBron.
Curry, man. Steph Curry got three championships.
This man still got Kevon Looney. I ain't hear no Steph need a big man.
Steph Curry got 4 championships. I wouldn't give a damn.
No, I understand that, but that's the point where LeBron got 4 championships. They still talking about he needs this, he need that, need this.
But see, Steph. One thing about Steph changed the game actually.
That's what I'm saying. They would accept. All I'm saying is they'll accept LeBron. They're accepting anything over there. Yeah, they got Jimmy Butler.
I mean, Steph could be content with his career. I mean, he ain't really got to do much more. He done did everything.
That's why he don't get help. That's why he continue. He ain't going to the front office and asking them either. Like, I need help. I need this. I need this. Yeah,
you think he should do that, Trill? By him being,
I think he should. I think
all superstars should have that type of power, because we seen George threaten to leave, we seen Kobe threaten to leave. So I understand that.
I think he got it, but I don't think I think he's too humble to do shit like that, bro.
So they re-signed Kuminga? Oh Lord.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they got people like Kuminga, they really need a big man, bro. Like they
I guess maybe they think Kuminga can help him. Like maybe they like his talent.
They like Gary Payton. They like Gary Payton II as a power forward. So yeah, let them do what they do.
Hey, y'all remember the movie How High?
Yeah.
You remember the dude on the couch? That's LeBron in the Lake. That's LeBron with the Lakers right now, bro.
Really? That's crazy.
To be honest, bro, I don't think nobody want that type, especially at his age. People won't keep screaming out, he 40. So why would you bring on a 40-year-old to demolish what you trying to
James, don't nobody really want LeBron. Nobody else want him, bro. Cleveland don't want him.
Why would Cleveland want him? Their team is
I would fuck that team up. That team ready to go now. They just got to find a way to get over the hump somehow.
And it ain't just now. They did that
contract. Nobody's gonna do that, bro. Who's gonna trade all that for him, bro?
They got a chance this year because Jason Tatum hurt, Tyrese Halliburton hurt, Damian Lillard injured. Hey, they got a chance this season. The East is wide open. They got a chance of making it this year coming up.
But I almost think they're gonna make it because you are who you are. And at the end of the day, you had opportunities. This is my thing with Cleveland. I don't know if it was from the high powers or the top of the NBA, whatever. Why would you bench Garland, Hunter, and Mobley the first two games? Now you're down 2-0. I mean, look, either you're hurt or you're injured. If you're hurt, you can still play. If you're injured, that's something different. Those dudes still was playable because you saw when they went down 2-0, they won't throw them back in the lineup all of a sudden.
So what was
I think
wrong with
that
him?
I don't know. Your guess is just good as mine, dog. Them dudes just was balling out the whole season. Like, how the hell? And all of a sudden, it's time the rubber need to meet the
You
road. And
see,
now this one hurt, that one hurt, this one hurt, that one hurt. Like, it's too
you
much
see,
going on with that shit.
you see that type of stuff. When you tell me that make me just think like, is this shit real? Like, god damn, is we watching a real game or is this a script? I don't know, bro. That shit ridiculous, man. That's like the second big man I heard that got sacked for no reason.
So, bro, y'all ain't see nothing strange with that shit, though? Keep it real.
Man, if I would have watched the series, I would have came in this bitch talking about it. I'm
Look
glad
at
you
blowing
pointed
the
that shit
shade.
out. I didn't even know they sat them. I thought they beat these niggas fair and square.
Salute, Matt. Matt said he had a toe injury. Man, it's the weakest ever I ever heard. Nigga, if you ain't got gangrene, bitch, I don't want to hit by no toe injury. I ain't talking about you,
Wait a
Matt.
minute.
I'm just saying in
Wait
general.
a minute. He said he
If
had
your
blood
shit ain't
clots in
about to
his toe.
fall off, bitch, you going out there.
He said he had blood clots in his toe. That's what Matt. He just said that after he said he had a toe injury.
Man, look, man. End of the day, y'all Shaq fans, y'all Shaq cappers. Shaq ass went out and been shit in LA if it was for Kobe being Bryant. Shaq went out and won a goddamn ring in LA if it was for Kobe Bryant because no nigga had the balls to check him. You say put Allen Iverson on the team, they would have been partying and drinking and fucking them hoes too much for them niggas to win the ring. They partied too much. And you got the wrong two niggas to be on the team together. So I love Bubba Chuck. He went out and won with Shaq in LA. T-Mac, he ain't had enough heart to do it. At the end of the day, the nigga couldn't even get out the first round being up 3-1. The bomb was up 2-0 against Dallas when he was with the Rockets. Blew that shit too, got D'd up by Josh Howard and Marquise Daniels.
Yeah.
Niggas don't like to tell the truth, man. That we
So
just got
Herm,
people.
what would have happened if T Mac would have played against them Blazers in that series with Shaq?
He would have folded. He would have folded.
So Pippen would have possibly got another ring.
Yep. Scottie Pippen
That's
probably would have got his
crazy.
second
If
championship.
T Mac was over there, Pippen would have more rings than Jordan then probably, bro.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Pippen would have had 7 rings,
Pippen
man.
would have been the GOAT.
Get what? I'm gonna go as far to say, nigga. Tracy McGrady
Hey,
is the reason Michael Jordan retired, man.
Tracy McGrady, the reason Jordan is undeniably the GOAT. Because if Pippen would have went and got that 7 ring, all Jordan haters would have been going crazy.
Hey,
Yeah.
did y'all see? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, my brother. You go
No,
ahead, man.
I was just gonna ask. Did y'all see Nick Wright's tweet where he said the top 5 most unstoppable moves?
Your mic went up.
Yeah, it might went out like a motherfucker.
It did
He
go
said
out, brother.
he said he had Kareem. He got Kareem number 1 with the sky hook, Shaq number 2 with the drop step. God, who was it? He had Hakeem with the dream shake number 3. He had LeBron drive left with the 4, drive left at 4, and
Huh?
he had James Harden step back at 5.
Wait,
He
I'm
ain't,
like,
goddamn.
so he ain't
So
had
God
no
hold up.
damn.
He
fadeaway
didn't
on
have
there.
a fadeaway in there, no kind of way.
He
no,
ain't
he
had
Just
a
didn't.
for sure.
bulldoze. He ain't
He
had
didn't
a
have
LeBron
Jordan.
bulldoze move.
No, he said LeBron drive
Oh,
left.
left.
Like I never see.
Not the offensive foul.
He said that's the most dominant moves, the 5 most dominant moves in
LeBron
NBA
drive
history.
left. Okay,
Man,
LeBron
LeBron
I
drive
ain't
drive
never
left.
left.
seen no LeBron drive left, bro.
Okay,
Man,
LeBron
Latrell's
drive left.
Freewell
This is
drive left better than
crazy.
that. Grant Hill drive left better than that.
Hey
I
man,
don't know about all that, but
He
that
didn't have
but
Jordan's
James Wright
What
fadeaway.
though.
you mean you don't know about that?
He didn't have
James Wright.
Jordan's
I don't know
fadeaway. He
about
didn't
that,
Grant
have
but
Hill
James
is
Wright
a
though. That
way better
fadeaway should have
driver
been
than
in there
LeBron
somewhere.
James, bro.
Bro, that
Man, that
fadeaway should have been in there somewhere. I don't care
just
about none of that.
that fadeaway was just
That
as bad
fadeaway
as that
should have been
fucking
in there
hook shot.
somewhere.
But
Oh
that
yeah,
nigga
That
That
showing
fadeaway
he
fadeaway
a
should
fadeaway
LeBron
have
should have
nigga.
been
been
He
in
in
don't
there.
there.
want to get
Kobe's
charged
reverse
nothing.
pivot.
What the
Kobe's
fuck
reverse
he get on
pivot.
TV
Jordan's
anyway? What the hell
fadeaway.
he did besides snort powder all day? Cause look like that's all he do. Look at his nose. 1 minute it's small, then that bitch look broke. That bitch got a Scottie Pippen nose, man. Nobody don't listen to nothing Nick Wright say, dog. Powder
Allen
snort ass
Iverson's
nigga. I
crossover.
know
Tim
a powder
Hardaway
snorter when I
two
see it.
step. I
Yeah,
mean, what
that
are we
bitch got
doing,
a
bro?
Scotty.
that
I've
dude
been
is
in
a
the game a
clown,
long
bro.
time, dog. I know a powder snorter. That nigga snort nothing but pot. That hyena.
Scottie Pippen knows. He said that
They
nigga got a
try to
Scottie
play it
Pippen
off
nose.
like they trolling when they capping, when they know they really trying to create a narrative, bro. That shit is ridiculous. I
The
don't
only
like
thing they're doing is killing their credibility because you on TV every day sparing this bull. And that's
and
not
you
right,
still
dog.
not a
These kids
star.
want to know the real history of the game, not what you think, not because you like a certain person. You're going to just keep uplifting them through all his flaws and failures. It just don't go right. Like Homer just said, he been a Kobe fan. He been a Laker fan for a long time, so he could criticize his team. Jordan had flaws. That's why Jordan had to hit the weight room. He was too small. He wasn't strong enough. So when he hit
Fact.
the weight room, what the fuck happened? He swept them niggas, man. Like I say, you gonna go through a patch in life, bro, but you gonna have to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, "Is I'm a man or I'm a fucking chicken?"
Jordan had a quick first step
They
too.
were putting Jordan in arguments of being the GOAT before he won a ring and but what happened? They said he don't got no rings. So he had to
Facts.
go get them bitches.
Johnny must
They
say that
always talk
himself.
about they always talk about these dumbass conversations that they had conversations about T-Mac and Kobe, but they always ended with, yeah, but Kobe's better. That's the part they leaving out, man.
I call Nick wrong, phony Montana, because that bitch, swear to God, he know what the hell they be talking about. Who put
Yeah, he
this shit
want to show
together?
his
Me.
black
That's
son
who.
because he know he
Who
getting a
ain't put
lot of
shit
heat.
together?
He a
What sport
pandering
he
ass
ever
dude,
played?
bro.
What sport I don't think the nigga played ping pong. Fuck that. Cool
I don't
cans.
think he got it. I don't think he have any cartilage in his knees, man.
What?
I know the ones in his nose fucking gone. That nigga done burnt them bitches out.
Yo, wow, man.
Man, shout out
Man,
to
look, y'all
Wow,
already,
that dude on the show. I
they
don't
was
see.
killing Jordan with cokeheads in it. Jordan was playing with cokeheads. Jordan threw people under the bus because they was doing stuff he wasn't doing. He wasn't adjourning with it. Say about some people don't rock like that, dog. If I'm out here trying to win and y'all niggas ain't taking it serious, I'm gonna get you from around me. Why keep hanging with flunkies? You gonna become a fucking flunky. Why listen
This
to niggas
nigga,
that they never played the game at a high level, one shit at a high level? You're gonna become one of them niggas. So that narrative that they be pushing on TV, it's kind of sad, bro. And how all these niggas get a fucking job? I don't know. None of these niggas were playing no fucking basketball. None of them. But they
yeah,
on
we
this
got.
bitch every day talking about who to go, who not to go, who the best, who not the best. Who gonna win the championship? Like they played this shit at a high level, dog. I wasn't the greatest at fucking basketball because of my height, but I gave my all and I gave effort on defense, effort on offense. I learned the
You know
game the
what?
right way. I played
Them.
point guard because of my size. That's the only position I
Yeah.
could have played. I was a solid ball handler. First step, could shoot the mid range. I wasn't trying to shoot no three. Fuck a three. I'm trying to get closer to the basket as possible. But that free throw
That's why
line,
your
18,
breakdowns be
20.
better than these niggas. That's
Yeah,
why your breakdowns be better than these niggas.
I'm on that shit, man. I can hit that shit in my sleep. I practice that shit. You understand? Football the same way. Running back, quarterback, strong safety, slide receiver, baseball, pitcher, first, second, third, outfielder, all 9 fucking positions. Ask about me, man. Ask about me. This shit ain't no fucking game. I take this shit to heart just like I try to make it just like everybody else. But I'm not about to get out here and pump myself up every time. That what made me to go, oh, I don't need him. I need him. Killers uplift their team. Pau Gasol was a fucking loser. After that first finals, Kobe put hard in that nigga after that. Y'all seen that shit? Garnett and KG and what you call him, was punking Pau Gasol without buying him in a Reza. What happened the next 2 years? Kobe toughened that nigga up. Just like Jordan put it in fucking Pippen ass. But nigga gonna say, well, you couldn't win without Jordan. I mean, you couldn't win without Pippen. Nigga, if it weren't for Jordan, there wouldn't be no fucking Pippen because he wasn't even starting.
Hey James, I want y'all to go back and watch that video where LeBron said that there made me the greatest of all time, and look at Rich Paul. Look at Rich
Hey, I
Paul's
brought that
reaction,
up
bro.
earlier. Boy, I like you. Who you with? What's your name is?
Divine, man.
Salute, Divine. Oh, I be seeing you in the chat. Hey, dog, you be on the band channels too?
Yes, sir.
That's my next. What's up? What's up, dog? Hey, I was about to do a video today about the mayhem in the Mecca, but that's a story for another day. These niggas ain't no band heads. See, I'm all around me, bitch. I could chew gum, bitch. I could spit. I could. I put a fucking. I play spitball, whatever, with the straw, nigga. Ping pong, hopscotch, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Teddy ball. I'm competitive, nigga. But anyway, yeah, that's. I'm glad you brought that up. I brought that up on the channel early when I was cooking, bro. That shit was crazy, huh?
He didn't look confident at all. Like he looked like he was mad that LeBron said
That
it. Like he
nigga
rolled
Chris
his
Paul
eyes. He was
turned
like,
his
"Oh
head
my
and looked up
god,
at the sky. I said, ooh, Chris Paul don't believe that shit himself. But now he on all these platforms. Pat McAfee, all these. Chris Bosh it wasn't no big three. I don't consider it as a big three, but you're going to call Boston a big four. Chris Paul, look like you ain't never played nothing. Nothing.
bro." And I don't see how they don't see that as disrespect, bro. Like how can you not call that a big three? This man finished 2 times in the top 7 in MVP voting. He was NBA All Third Team. The dude was averaging 25 points before he came there. And you gonna say it wasn't a big three? And he's the reason that we have the stretch center now. He's the one that changed that whole thing when they was in Miami. They put the man, instead of playing power forward, they had him at center. He changed that. But you're gonna say, yeah, it wasn't really a big three. It was more like a big two. Come on, man. That's disrespectful, bro.
Chris Bosh should have checked this. Like he went on there and tried to do Skip Bayless. I fought for that because you ain't about to drag my name because it's rebound the same nigga you dick riding extra rank, nigga.
LeBron should have
He the
came
one
down
shot
and
the
said
fucking brick.
something.
He the one shot the fuck. That's crazy, huh? I turned his head and looked up at the ceiling. Only reason why I'm mad at the because he didn't believe that. When he said it, he looking at his fingers playing the chair. Man, look a nigga in the eye when shit. Say that shit with confidence. Yo, was so low, nigga. I barely heard it, so I had to keep rewinding that Friday. I had to turn it up. I got that bitch on. I said, dog, this nigga really shit made him a goat. But he say I went out like by ratting on my competition. You feel me? And got the because he called you a bitch. White Howard say, I called that nigga. I said, man, stop acting like a bitch. And look, and all of a sudden he came and get a roster spot, but need a center. Mario Chalmers called that nigga a bitch. He jump on nobody else. He try to pick on the weak, dog, to be with all that shit. Go with a Charles Oakley type nigga. Xavier McDaniel type. You see what Stewart almost did his fucking ass. That bitch did that when that nigga went crazy out there and he seen that blood. LeBron was sticky. That bitch ain't want that smoke. That's how I know he ain't built like that. I'm telling you now.
That may be the greatest of all time.
Advise anybody to go look at and watch LeBron when he say that. Watch the role player when that nigga say how he playing with his finger looking down. That nigga ain't the camera when he say that. Chris Paul reaction after he said that. Two, they should make that mean. Cause I know this nigga mean that shit. He only do shit to keep him in the archives because he can't do it that way. You know what I mean? You lose, you ain't got nobody, you stay at all time out, you keep getting your ass, you're getting beat by records. So you gotta do like that's the only reason why they with this podcast. So let me ask you, what podcast do y'all rather listen to? The Detail or Mind Games?
The Detail.
Whatever the detail is, because
That
Bro,
detail was
Detail
crazy,
was
though.
hey,
Yeah,
bro,
it was
Detail
crazy. It was crazy
was
how
dope.
the
Kobe was.
game ain't
It was
watchable, bro.
crazy. It was crazy
So
how
what are we
Kobe was
talking about?
breaking down the game like that. He broke that junk down to the T. How he was breaking down people game. You see how he did when he did a Scottie Pippen defense one? How he broke Scottie Pippen defense down? That shit was I listened to the whole thing. That was crazy.
Man, these shows are so trash. People gotta watch shit like Gil's Arena. That's trash because all of them people on that panel, when they get on real TV, they is not polished enough to even deliver a message. It's all discombobulated. You seen Gil said something on ESPN. Then the dude Scap just and everybody just went in on it, all the shit he said. Cause the nigga said Kobe Bryant was like fucking Scottie Pippen or some dumb shit. Like, bro, by his third ring, he said that nigga was a Scottie Pippen.
They never compared that man to Scottie Pippen, bro. They were
I'm gonna tell
comparing
y'all
him to
something that a
Jordan on
lot
the
of
way
people don't
when he
know.
was coming in the league.
I'm gonna tell y'all something that a lot of people don't know. I mean, some people may know it, a lot of people don't know it. But remember when they were like, to y'all point, remember when everybody was saying that Kobe was, compared to Scottie Pippen, like what Gil said, he had 3 championships, but they was only comparing him to Scottie Pippen because he was the quote unquote sidekick. Okay, well, if they thought that, why did they name Kobe the player of the decade? If they thought he was the next Scottie Pippen, why did they name him the player of the decade in the 2000 to 2010?
Right, and why was Kobe wearing a Michael Jordan jersey or something like that, smoking on a cigar, Michael Jordan whole outfit, and Shaq came up to him like, nigga, you need to put on your own jersey. How the hell is he telling that to somebody that's a Pippen?
Hey, and this is also the narrative that was changed too. And I seen somebody in the, he come off the bench as a rookie. Bro, do they not know that it was a stigma around? First of all, Kevin Garnett was the first high school player to come out of high school in I believe it was 11 years because Moses Malone did it. And I think Sean Kemp, he didn't go to college, but he ended up coming into the league because he was supposed to go. He didn't go for 1 year, then he ended up coming in the league. So Kobe Bryant was the first non-big man to come into the NBA out of high school. They were calling the dude arrogant and everything. They were actually going, a lot of people was actually going in. Even I think it was the Clippers said, we can't draft you because nobody would take us serious. You had Phil Jackson and they'll talk about, hey, nobody want to babysit an 18-year-old, this, that, and the other, right? Kobe was the first non-big man to come out of high school. So he had that stigma. Then he had a coach, Dale Harris, that didn't want to play him his rookie year. Kobe Bryant, when he was in high school, was eating up Jerry Stackhouse, who was an all-star at the time. You know what I mean? He came in the what was it, the summer league? He came in the summer league and was putting up 30. In the rookie game, he put up at the time it was the highest amount of points in the rookie game, right? When they gave the dude time, he actually showed that he belonged in the league. So this him coming in and not being a starter, that had nothing to do with Kobe's skill level. It had nothing to do with his skill level. It had everything to do that he was a rookie coming in from high school that was a non-big man, and he was sitting behind Eddie Jones, who was an all-star, and he had a coach that didn't want to play him because he thought he was arrogant. It had nothing to do with talent, bro.
And when did he make the All-Star game? Was that the
second year, and he was a sixth man.
And what did the GOAT come in the locker room and say at the All-Star game?
He don't wait for the game to come to him. He gonna take it.
He said, y'all better watch out for that little kid. So what is these guys talking about? This is the GOAT telling all of these all-stars and superstars, man, watch out for the kid, man. Shit. Watch out for that kid, man.
Yeah, even the dude that was starting in front of him said he was better than him. Eddie Jones himself was an all-star the previous season. Eddie Jones was an all-star the previous season and said that
what sidekick was ever called the best player on the planet? What sidekick was ever called the best player on the planet?
This kid is better than me. I was like, wow. Okay, cool. Eddie Jones was an all-star the previous season. He said, yeah, this kid is better than me.
And dude said it was something we all capping. Ain't nobody capping. I've been watching basketball. You was probably still swimming in your dad's gym bag, bro, when I was watching basketball. So chill.
And that's when Eddie Jones was ascending.
Yeah, he was
his prime. This man going into his prime, and he's not even. You can't even tell if he's better than a 17-year-old, bro.
Well, all I know is it's okay. Cause I know what the deal is on Kobe. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Kobe because I saw Kobe.
My bad, fam.
I know what happened. So you can't lie to me. Gil and all that nonsense they be talking on Gil's arena. You can't lie to me because I saw it.
You can't say it's hate on one side, then don't say it's not hate on the other side. Then paint yourself as a fan of somebody and then hate on them. But you calling out hate on another player. Like,
because
come
on, everybody.
Wreck something right quick. Your boy, Big Bad King, say talking about that. He just talking about the Kobe slander that he get. He want to talk.
Yeah, that's why I just said my bad. Yeah,
but I just wanted to. You feel me?
Yep. I mean, that's just crazy though, man. I don't understand.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay, you want me to
I
answer
don't
you?
think
You want me
Kobe
to
got
answer that
robbed. I
question?
think they had at least two
Oh,
or three more. They robbed them out of solid MVPs for real.
yeah, well,
If you ask,
I mean, yeah, they did, but ain't nothing you can do about that. They did though. I really believe they did. But ain't nothing you can do about it though. But they definitely robbed them of a few MVPs. But hey, it is what it is. It
Hey,
don't
bro,
matter.
look, dude just said in the comment section how many MVPs is Kobe got playing with Shaq. What happened in '04? See, if you just came in here, I said that I can hold Kobe accountable for what he did in '04. I can do that, right? How many MVPs? Did you hear what Shaq said? Did you hear what Phil
Hey,
Jackson
bro.
said?
Hey,
That he
bro.
could have been the MVP, huh?
nah, Trey broke that down already because if you watch that,
Up
Detroit,
04.
they wasn't really worrying
I,
about Shaq.
hold,
Wallace
hold,
could
hold,
take care of that
hold
shit
on, though,
by
James.
himself.
Hold on,
My
James. I
bad, my
gotta
bad,
get
huh?
look.
Go ahead.
Why y'all bums bring it up '04? Why y'all bums don't bring up the year before 2003, the year that actually ended their 3P nigga with Tim
That
Duncan ran circles around Shaq ass, and Shaq only averaged 25 for that series to so-called be the most dominant force in the league, only averaging 25 in that series of 2003, which ended their 3P. So
they never bring that up.
why y'all skip over '03 to go to '04? Y'all bums don't keep the same energy, man. But yeah, keep cooking, man. Y'all keep cooking.
Reasons I got Kobe over without Shaq, he beat him four out of 6 times in the playoffs. Went on a three-peat, and Tim Duncan repeated, and he had a way better on him. Mind knew that Spurs team was solid.
For people to hate a man that's dead and gone is just nasty work, bro. Like, damn, let the man rest in peace. Why is you trolling? The man dead and gone, can't even respond. Like, this shit is ridiculous, man.
My only thing, I really didn't have a problem with what Tracy McGrady said, but see the context in which he said it is what I have a problem with. Because Tracy McGrady and every other player that played in the NBA, Gill included, know that ain't how sports work. You can't just take a player out of a situation and put a player there and yeah, you're gonna win a chance. They know that ain't how basketball works. Come on, bro. Y'all know that ain't how that works. Talent basketball is not all about talent all the time. And we done seen it on multiple occasions where a team real talented didn't win a championship. So we
Hey,
already know
just was
just because
talking
you
James,
got
about
talent and you put them
that
in a certain
Spurs
Hey,
team.
situation,
James.
That
don't mean that
just
they're gonna win.
we
Hey,
was just
James.
about that too, Mingle. That team was should have won that shit that they had from top to bottom. Being honest, if you want to that Portland team to that team when he threw that out of the Shaq pointed his hands to the sky to get finals, bruh, that supposed to be no goddamn Portland. But the fact of the matter that Kobe had the will, the mentality, and the most dominant at that time, becoming the most dominant, he was showing he got the size up because the slimmer version was in Orlando. That was Superman Shaq in LA. You feel that was a different Shaq was way big, stronger than he was in Orlando.
is he breaking up for y'all?
Yeah, he is. Something happened to his mic.
No,
Man, I was
answer
just
this
gonna
man's question. He was saying how many well, for one, I like this guy. He just said there was not a hack of Jordan. There wasn't a hack of Hakeem. There wasn't a hack of Kobe. It wasn't none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely agree with you, fam. And then also about the three finals MVP, I said what did Shaq say? Shaq said that Kobe could have easily won those MVPs. That's what Shaq said. And then Phil said that Kobe could have won them MVPs, but they went inside because what? Shaq had a mismatch. Shaq had the mismatch. They already done
Now
told
I
y'all
had
when
a
we
phone
went
call
against those.
coming in.
They already told y'all when they went against like the Spurs, they went against Portland, when they went against Sacramento. Shaq wasn't getting the numbers that he got in the finals. You see what I'm saying? Kobe was the one that was eating in those games because they were doing a decent job neutralizing Shaq. So let's not come in here
Well,
and try to
I got to
rewrite
kind of
history, bro.
correct you. I got to kind of correct you because Shaq ate against Portland. It's just
He
that
did. He
he ate
did.
against them. Now, for the
He did.
Kings and the Spurs, he struggled though because of the type of schemes that they used to put him in those pick and roll actions. And the Kings
Mhm.
and the Spurs had the elite shooting. So that exposed Shaq a lot, and he was getting in foul trouble because Shaq one of them niggas though. He ain't gonna let you get in the layups. I give him that. He'll knock you on your ass. But Tim Duncan and Chris Webber, they did a number on Shaq. That's why he struggled. But for those two, for us their biggest foes, Kobe did show up the most when it came against the Spurs or the Kings, which was their biggest foes
What year
at the
this?
time in the
What year this
West.
is? What year this is,
Fact.
man?
I was a Kings
2002,
fan.
2002, they faced the Kings and the Spurs. And
What David Robinson was there, wasn't he?
yeah, and Kobe Bryant averaged 33 against Kings. He averaged 35 against the Spurs.
Mm.
If they ain't no nigga, if that's a sidekick, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all call that sidekick behavior.
And Shaq got away with some offensive fouls as well, man. So they need to just
Kobe
they
was the
need to they
closer,
need to
man. That's all.
they need to against the Kings. I seen a couple offensive fouls, man, that went the other way. Had the Kings in foul trouble, bro. So
But
Kobe, man, don't get enough credit, bro.
Kobe saved that nigga legacy, man. I remember what them niggas, even though I was young and shit, I still remember what them niggas was saying, bro. On live television at that. When Isaiah Thomas on NBC, he was saying he don't think Shaq a winner. That's what them niggas with Bill Walton was constantly calling out Shaq. See, that's how I know niggas gonna keep the same energy. Niggas always talk about how the media was. They don't talk about how the media was back then. Even Peter Vesey, racist ass, said that niggas didn't want to cook Shaq, so they made Kobe Bryant a whipping boy. Just so Shaq won't get the criticism, so they go blame it on Kobe.
Sensitive self.
Yeah, so like y'all crying about the media. The media was cooking these niggas. They was cooking Shaq. 2003, they cooked the hell out of Shaq because they said, how in the hell a basketball player get turtle toe? They was cooking the hell out of Shaq. They was
Hey,
cooking the hell out
see,
of
I'm
Shaq.
glad we got people that remembered. Like, God damn,
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
people got
remember everything.
revisionist history, bro.
Remember everything. When Kobe closed all them games, because Kobe was the closer, and Kobe led the Lakers in fourth quarter scoring and the whole NBA because Shaq can't close games because he can't shoot free throws. Yeah, that's one reason.
Right, and the people that wasn't criticizing Shaq, they was crying, talking about it's not fair. They're
No,
hacker
no, but
shacking.
great. But I
They
gotta
said
let
they're
great.
hacker shacking.
Hey, great one. I gotta let you know though, it's not the fact that we not saying that. I think they could have got one. A teammate could have got one with Shaq,
I don't
but
know. It's
it's
I
hypothetical.
niggas.
don't
I
know,
don't know.
bro,
Nah,
but you got
nah,
to
nah. But
think
hold
about
on.
the team.
Nah, nah.
You got to think about the teams he got to get past, huh?
I
T
know
Mac
that.
not
I
getting
know that.
past the Kings.
I know
T
that. But
Mac
I know
T
that.
Mac
But
not getting past the Blazers. That's why I brought that up.
I know that. But I'm explaining to them niggas like it's niggas saying that niggas are saying that T Mac with a three-peater. That's the problem I got. I don't have a problem with niggas saying
Yeah,
he ain't
yeah,
get.
yeah, 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 yeah.
See, me
That's just way.
personally,
Yeah,
That's
but he didn't say that. He said he would have got one. He didn't say he would three-peat. He said,
No,
I
I'm
think he
talking
get
about.
one.
But I ain't talking about T Mac per se. But I'm talking about the other people in the media or the other
yeah,
dumbasses on YouTube.
because they
nah.
try
But
to
see, my
correct it
thing is,
for.
I don't. Y'all don't know if he would have got one. See, that's just a hypothetical. You can say just because of the names alone, you can say that they would have won a championship. I mean, we don't know that for a fact. We don't know
No,
that to
we
be true that they
don't.
would have won a championship. Just because
Because
of
if
their name.
Shaq
Oh,
wasn't
that's
a
T-Mac.
winner,
And then Shaq, so they would have automatically won a championship. We don't know that. That's
no,
hypothetical. We don't know that. We
no,
don't
no,
know
no, no,
that.
no. That's what I'm saying. The Kings and all. I don't see them getting past the Kings with just saying this McGrady. No, no.
That's why
Just
I brought
saying
up the
this
point
McGrady.
earlier.
Because
I
like
said, that's
Herm
why I brought
said,
up. Oh, my bad.
I mean, just
Go ahead,
saying,
Sam. My
just like
bad.
Herm said, they said Shaq wasn't the winner. We know T Mac wasn't the winner. So what the fuck? How the fuck we just gonna hypothetically say they just win a championship?
We
That's
don't
just
know if they would
ridiculous.
have won or not. That's all. That's my only point with the whole thing. It's hypothetical. You can't prove a
Yeah,
hypothetical. That's why it's a hypothetical.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to just look at what happened, I mean, look what he was doing around that time. You know what I mean? The people are like, well, look at the players he had, but look at what he did in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like, and if we just want to keep it honest, right? There were questions again. There were questions about Tracy McGrady's work ethic by a general manager and his former head coach. You see what I'm
lazy,
saying? You already
Brian
had
Artest too. Brian Artest criticized him for his
yeah,
lazy
defensive
and
Jason
work
Williams
ethic.
lethargic,
too.
lazy and lethargic, or lethargic. One of them.
Talented, he had the natural talent, you know what I mean? But then you also got to look in, do you think somebody that has questionable work ethic is actually going to step up to Shaq and challenge Shaq? A lot of times Shaq was playing mad because stuff that Kobe was actually going after dude. Kobe was not wrapped too tight. You know what I mean? So Kobe actually challenged Shaq. That's why they used to get in arguments and fights and stuff all the time, because Kobe was like, dude, you lazy. You know what I mean? You should be doing X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? And do you see T-Mac really doing that?
No,
Like,
he wasn't
seriously, do
self
you really see
motivated
T-Mac
like
doing that?
Kobe. We seen T Mac get traded, then all of a sudden, oh, he revamped his motivation or something like that. No, Kobe in and not, man, bro. Even after the Achilles, bro, he's just self motivated. T Mac ain't like that, bro. Shaq
My
ain't like
only
that, bro.
See, my only thing is, I just got one problem. My only thing is, like I was saying previous, y'all, we going by name. Who T Mac was as an individual player. We don't know if T Mac would have played like that with Shaq. See,
No.
when you play with another great
I'm
player
with
like that,
Mingo
you
on
gotta
that,
adjust
bro.
your game a certain way to fit that said player. That's perfect example. How Dwayne Wade had to do with LeBron in 2011. Dwayne Wade played like how he played, and then when 2012 came around, Dwayne Wade had to adjust his game to give LeBron the front seat, or so to speak, the front seat, so that they can do what they did. That's what I'm saying. You don't know if their games would have fit in order for them to win a championship. It's a lot goes into winning a championship besides
Yeah,
just name.
but you know
We
who
can
this,
say their
you know who
names
the head
all
coach
day,
was though. But you
but
know who the head coach was, right?
yeah, it was Phil Jackson, but that still don't mean
Now,
they would have
I
won
now,
a
was just gonna
championship.
but
say,
no, no, no,
when
no.
you
Hold on. The reason I brought that up, because there have been times that Tracy McGrady was criticized by his head coach. He was criticized by the media, right? And his answers was like loser answers. You know what I mean? Instead of taking the responsibility, you being a star player, taking the responsibilities and moving on, you like, yeah, it's my fault that the court wasn't clean. It's my fault that that my teammates didn't make baskets. It's my fault. No, bro, you
I
don't
think he
do
was
that.
being funny with that, dog. You don't think he was being funny trying to be like, because people used to hold him. Like, if you're going to put me on a standard with the elites in the NBA, somebody got to take accountability of the failures. So the leader normally do that. So I think he was just being funny with that. Because look how long he kept going when he said, it's my fault we didn't do this, it's my fault we didn't do that. Then he tried to be funny about not even talking about basketball, saying it was my fault. I remember what you talking about because I just seen that.
Yeah,
But
I would have took it. I
and
would have took it if there wasn't a question of his work ethic and it coming in from like his former players, coaches, and all that stuff. I would take that as a joke, right? But when you have questions, when those things are being questioned, like I remember Kobe being, you know what I mean, lambasted by Phil Jackson and the media. Kobe responded, right? But then Kobe also took a responsibility. He took accountability for his stuff, right? I didn't always see that with T Mac. You know what I mean? And when we're gonna talk, if we're gonna keep it a bean, T Mac offensively was up there with Kobe. I'm
Yeah,
not saying that he wasn't. He was. The thing that
100%.
the thing that separated them was defense for one, and also the mentality. Kobe was a hard worker. You know what I mean? Kobe he would run through a wall to accomplish whatever goal it is that he wanted to accomplish. That was the question that you had with T-Mac. That's what I said. Like, if you already got your superstars lazy, right? He going out to the club, he doing this, that, and the other, he eating, doing whatever, and you don't have a strong work ethic. Who's gonna rub off on the other one? Who's gonna motivate the other one to do what needs to be done? These are factors that actually work in the locker room. And if that's not working, I mean, I can't say that he would, win a ring 100% for sure. You know what I mean? Possibly, maybe, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just can't just say, yeah, you would. I can't do that, bro, because there was too
going off
many questions.
T-Mac work ethic and going off him can't get out the first round, why the hell we think he could do that when he had a team in Houston? And the team in Houston got out the first round without that nigga. But as long as you was there, they kept getting their bounced. That's why I'm with Mingo on that whole thing. I don't go off of hypotheticals.
That's just
Period. I'm not
everybody
doing it.
automatically thought T-Mac would have won a ring just because it's Shaq. That's just like with LeBron when he went to Miami. Not one, not two, not three, but they ended up winning 2 rings. Bro got up to 7 rings that they were gonna win with Miami, and they only won 2. You see what I mean? And when he got into saying that, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, he said, and I really believe that. He really believed they could win 7 championships and they only won 2. That's my point. And when you using a hypothetical trying to prove a point, it never works because it's a hypothetical. You can't prove a hypothetical. Just because y'all telling me T-Mac and Shaq would have won a ring doesn't mean T-Mac and Shaq would have won a ring. That's all I'm saying. That's it. You have to see that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Would have had to wait and see. But I'm not going off no hypothetical saying they would have won a ring because I don't know. That's it. That's all.
After what I seen, he ain't doing it. Watching his career, injury prone, not being a defensive like assassin like that Kobe was, I don't see it. I'm just being honest. Like you say, Mingo, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. And the role player showed you that great example because you lost the very first one and it was your fault.
Right.
So I just don't. I don't like to play those hypothetical games. I'm only going off what you showed me in your career from when you played with the teams you played with and what Bean did. If Bean would have got a chance to come out as a starter from gate out the jump, I think we'll really be having a different conversation. But around them times, coaches wasn't playing younger players, so I can't knock what Kobe had to go through. What I do respect about it is he used it as fuel and fire to become the black mama that we all know and love. And that's the best way I can put it. Sometimes certain situations propel you to be great, and sometimes certain situations will break you to be less. And T Mac, how he get in the Hall of Fame over Chris Webber when Chris Webber did more? I just don't
Good
understand.
point.
Like
Good point. Good
I
point.
just don't fucking understand that. And that just goes to show you where we at in the NBA world sports, period. You understand? But you robbing this man from getting in the first battle, second battle. How many battles see Webb? A lot of people had to go through before they got in. They got old greats right now that's not in the Hall of Fame, but you got this bum ass nigga couldn't get out the first round, and that bitch
Did,
stopped it,
did
man.
Bernard King make it yet? Did Bernard King make it yet? I don't think so. Hey Terrence, we're not. We know Kobe is a better scorer than Tracy McGrady. We're talking about from that timeline that they had. You know what I mean? From 2000 to 2003, that's the timeline. We know that Kobe was a better offensive player than him, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
they was on par. When around that time period, they was on par with each other. T-Mac
yeah,
was a hell of an offensive player back then. He was. I ain't taking nothing away from bro. Bro was a hell of an offensive player around that time.
absolutely.
Sometimes it take you to do a lot of shit on defense to get you over that hump, and that's something he never did. That's the separation. So I don't see how people, like I say, once again, keep saying what he would have did, what he would have did, when you have to play both sides of the ball in the sport that we talking about. And we know for sure, damn, Kobe did that 12 times, 9 of them first team. I haven't seen T Mac do that on both ends of the court at a consistent level where we could say he could go over there and cover the deficiencies when Shaq get in foul trouble. Clutch moments where he can't hit those. Because I just read off a couple of stats. When T Mac was getting eliminated in the first round in those 7 years, go look at his 4-quarter scoring. It's just like the fucking role player. He only had one game where he exploded for 27 points. I broke that down yesterday or day before yesterday. Man, the shit is hilarious, man. I know he can't see because one of his eyes cocked, but he need to get some glasses, man. That's all I'm saying. Because we ain't looking at the same thing. Maybe I need to get me some glasses or something. I don't know.
The shit just crazy, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand what they got going on. Everybody trying to diminish Kobe career, trying to come for Kobe career. I don't understand what the problem is. Bro did what he did. He got 5 rings. I mean, y'all can hate it or love it. Love it or hate it. It is what it is. I mean, bro got 5 rings. Just because y'all say he was a sidekick or whatever, that's still not going to change the fact that he got 5 championship rings. When you look beside his name, it's still going to have 5 rings up there. And that's just what it's going to be. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. God did what he had to do to get them 3 championships for Shaq. And then after Shaq left, he went to 3 more and got 2 more without Shaq. I mean, hey, his career is his career. Ain't nothing more you can do about it. It is what it is.
Man, come on, bro. These comments, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we know about Kobe outscoring Dallas by himself in 3 quarters. He could have had 81 or more before that 81-point game. How are we exaggerating what Kobe was in the three-peat? How? Because we can point out several games where if Kobe wasn't in that game, then they wouldn't have won. Then Kobe had to take over. So how? Explain that to me. What did they do when they were? What did they do when they had the number one? When they were the number one option? Then Shay Sean, all three of them, T Mac, AI, and Vince Carter. What did they do? Because if you just want to leave it from that time, what did they do when the totality of their career? How far did they get? T Mac actually played defense when he was with Toronto. After he left Toronto, his defense became very inconsistent, man. AI was the only scorer on that team. What were we talking about? He was the only scorer on the 76ers team in the final, bro. Don't do that. You already know that Shaq and Kobe was there, bro. Kobe shared the load with Shaq. Don't do that. Let's not even act like that, bro. Come on. Dudes be in here lying. Y'all be in here lying, bro. I agree, Terrence. Powell was a great player, but it's funny how y'all rewriting history as if he was like he was Akeem Olajuwon or somebody, bro. Y'all nasty work on that, man, for real. Andrew Bynum was Andrew Bynum didn't get Andrew Bynum was talented, man, but Andrew Bynum couldn't stay healthy. Let's not do that, bro. You coming up with some nasty narratives, man. What is wrong with you, dog? Bro, I'm telling you, they talk about Pau Gasol like he was prime Shaq or prime Hakeem, man. Like, and if if we gonna keep it a bean, remember there were a lot of players that was rated ahead of Pau Gasol when he played for Memphis. A whole lot of players. You know what I mean? Pau was very skilled, but he had the reputation of being a skilled but soft big man. That was the reputation he had before he went to the Lakers, man. Now, Andrew Bynum had skills, man. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. He just couldn't stay healthy, and he just didn't want to play basketball. That was his issue. He had a hook with both hands. He had a fadeaway. He had a 15-foot jumper. You know what I mean? He had a up and under move. He had a drop step. He had skills, man. He just couldn't stay healthy, and he just didn't. He didn't like basketball. Let's keep it a bean. Ain't gonna argue with that. Andrew Bynum was interesting. Dude is delusional. That's why I ain't even responded to him, man. Come on now. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man.